You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Well, now on Fox 17 News this morning, a car crash has claimed the life of a mid-state teenager and injured another person. We're going to tell you what the school community is telling us and how they're mourning this morning. And a high schooler badly hurt in a sledding accident. The road for her and her family could be rough. We'll explain.
Cold but calm when rain returns, and a little warm up and some sunshine coming up in your forecast.
Thank you for joining us here on Fox 17 News this morning, just after 4 a.m. here on your Monday morning, January the 29th. I'm Justin McFarland. We're going to begin this morning with an overnight crash to tell you about. This crash actually happened on Saturday, but we're getting brand new information about it. It has claimed the life of a teenager from Franklin County, Tennessee. The Tennessee Highway Patrol says that the crash happened on Saturday over on Rambo Road in Lincoln County. The driver is a 16-year-old girl from Huntland who has died. Now, the Huntland Schools has identified her as Hannah Allen, saying in a Facebook post that her sweet spirit will be deeply missed. The THP says that the 13-year-old passenger was hurt in the crash as well. We will give you more updates as soon as we get them. Well, just 5 months before her high school graduation, a Sumner County teenager has suffered a devastating injury. We're talking about 17-year-old Mary Atkins, who broke her spinal cord last Sunday, and it all happened during a sledding accident. Now, Mary finished high school credits a little early and was set to receive her diploma coming up in May. She had an internship all lined up for herself as well. But 8 days ago, she and her friends were sledding in nearby Bethpage when Mary crashed into a fence pole. She was unconscious when emergency crews got to her. She had to be life-flighted to Vanderbilt Medical Center for emergency surgery. Mary's mother told Fox 17 News that she has stayed resilient, and Mary already has some feelings back in her arms and legs.
Even the nurses said, I can't believe her. She's handling this good. I was like, yeah, and a lot of people praying for her, and it's working.
This all comes just 7 months after Mary's father passed away. It's been an extremely difficult time for the family so far. A lot of support pouring in this morning. We can tell you that a GoFundMe account has been set up to try and help Mary and her family. You can find a link to that GoFundMe on our website, fox17.com. Let's get to Greg. Both is standing by. We're not code red so far this week. Let's see what the rest of the week holds for us.
No, we are not. We're not going to be at any point this week, Justin. This is one of those easier weeks where we're a little bit cool and a little bit cloudy, but we're not talking about big weather makers other than fluctuations in temperature. So clouds are in control of the forecast for today and tomorrow. Small rain chances throughout the entire week. I'll tell you right now, though, there's been a little drizzle here overnight into this morning, and there's also been, if you go north of I-40, a few areas where a few snowflakes were falling. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Not going to stick to the ground, not going to cause any problems, but you may catch that here if you're heading out the door in the next hour or two. Sunny later on this week. Back to winter clothes, though, I will tell you. For the mornings, you're going to want to be bundled up a little bit here. This morning, not all that bad, but actually the next 2 mornings even colder than this one. So here is the pattern that we're settling into, and it will be on the calm side. This is our first non-code red 7-day streak we've seen so far in this brand new year, which tells you something. So there we go. We're going to keep the arrow right there in the all clear. What we're tracking are just the clouds, and then there is one little chance in the next 7 days we could see a few flurries out toward the Cumberland Plateau. That's going to be on late Wednesday night into early Thursday. Until then, almost the entire country. The calmest we have been here in the last 4 weeks. We're looking good. Right side of your screen, current temperatures of your 7-day forecast, and track ahead to some warmer times and find the next sunny day in a few minutes. Justin?
Steer clear traffic this morning at 4:04. A quick look outside here. This is going to be 65 in Rosa Parks here in the Metro Center area. We did have some overnight construction set up here just a few moments ago. There were flashing lights and a couple of crews out there. But as is the nature here, it is all cleared up here in the last few minutes. So we're now good to go out there. No more lane closures as we get started here this morning. We're going to take a closer look towards the airport and anything else that can slow you up with Steer clear traffic as we're live and local with you through 9 o'clock this morning.
The debate continues on the release of the Covenant school shooters' writings. A hearing is set for later today, and we'll tell you how we got here.
Funk 17.
4:07 is the time, and new this morning. After 6 innocent lives were taken in the Covenant mass shooting just last year, there's a debate that continues on about the releasing of the shooter's writings. Fox 17 News' Peyton Muse joins us live outside of the downtown courthouse, where there's another hearing scheduled for this a little bit later. Peyton?
That's right, Justin. There's a hearing set for around 9:30 today, and multiple lawsuits filed for the release of the Covenant school shooters' writings. Now, parents of the Covenant school students, teachers, the church, they don't want these writings released to the public, and arguing that that should not be the case. Now, in November of last year, Steven Crowder, host of the Louder with Crowder podcast, shared leaked images from the shooter's writings. Last spring, a judge ruled the parents, the church, and the school could be heard in the hearings. The National Police Association, Tennessee Firearms Association, the Tennessean, and the Tennessee Star filed lawsuits against the city for the writings to be released. Covenant school parents say the release of the writings adds trauma, and they are worried that this will be a blueprint for future mass shootings. The decision on the public release of the shooter's writings is in the hands of the appellate court. And again, a hearing is set for later this morning around 9:30, and we will keep you up to date on the latest and let you know exactly what's going on with the hearing that's set for inside of that courthouse later today. Reporting live at Metro Courthouse, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Check on your forecast here. Taking a look here at 4:09. We're taking a look at the forecast when it comes to rain potential for the rest of this week. It's been a rough month so far. I mean, technically a rough year if you want to go back to New Year's Day all the way through now. But today and tomorrow, not much happening for us here. Rain chances are scarce, if not minimal to zero in the upcoming 7 days for us here. No code red weather. Temperatures bounce around just a little bit for us. Starting off mainly cloudy. You're going to see that here for the morning hours, with the afternoon does work us into the possibility of breaking up just enough cloud cover to squeeze in a little bit of sunshine late afternoon toward the evening. And then overnight tonight, we're cold again, back into the 30s. Temperatures going to stay cold for us for the foreseeable future when it comes to each and every morning. So a good warm breakfast, always helpful, but not going to be one of those types of weeks where we have to worry about getting out the door. Weather not going to be a problem for you at any point each morning of the next 7 days. Taking a look, we will be cold, 30s across the board for nighttime temperatures, 45 later on this afternoon, 55 degrees tomorrow, and then 46 on Wednesday. Slight chance of a squeeze-in shower tomorrow, but it's not a big one here by any means. Most of us will stay dry, and no significant weather until we exit this week and lead ourselves into the upcoming weekend.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get to the latest happening out there on the interstates, and that includes I-40 near Dallas and Pike near the airport. Things rolling along just fine out there. We're looking really, really nice. No big problems or big slowdowns to tell you about here so far this morning. We're doing good. Overall drive times also looking very nice here. Mount Juliet at 27 minutes in. Murfreesboro 50 minutes in there down I-24, and 26 minutes in from Franklin to downtown. We'll continue to keep you up to date as we roll on this morning. Well, coming up, a drone attack on U.S. troops have killed several troops serving for us this morning. We're going to tell you about the fears that things could escalate and more on the possible response from the United States. And video of a river flooding, providing some rough times for people in central Illinois. We're going to give you the latest on that in just a few moments. Alert. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Live look there along Lower Broadway there in downtown Nashville. We are doing just fine here this morning. Bridgestone Arena there in the backdrop. Not a lot going on this week over at Bridgestone. The Preds are back in town on Wednesday. Then after that, got a couple of things going on here. Cody Johnson's in concert coming up here on Friday. Next week could be very busy. The rapper Drake and J. Cole are scheduled to come to town along with some more Predators action. So always lots of things going on down at Bridgestone. At least 3 U.S. Army soldiers have been killed and 25 others who have been hurt. This is what's being called a suicide drone attack that has been launched by Iran-backed militants. Our national correspondent, Christine Fazal, brings us a look at what is now considered a significant escalation in the war in the Middle East.
We had a tough day last night in the Middle East. We lost 3 brave souls.
Speaking to a congregation in South Carolina, President Joe Biden calling for a moment of silence, then adding,
And we shall respond.
now looming questions about what that response will entail and how widely it may escalate the current conflict in the Middle East, connected to the Israel-Hamas war.
It's clear that Iran is orchestrating these attacks, and this directed against U.S. military personnel, resulting in the deaths of U.S. military personnel. It is very, very significant.
The attack on a military outpost in Jordan near the border with Syria resulted in the deaths of 3 American Army soldiers, with at least 25 others injured. They were serving in the region to work for the lasting defeat of ISIS, according to the Pentagon. It follows more than 100 attacks by Iranian-backed proxy groups. In response, Republican Senator John Cornyn posting on X, "Target Tehran." Lindsey Graham writing, "Hit Iran now, hit them hard," with others in Congress urging caution.
We do not need to go to war with Iran, which is precisely what those 2 senators seem to want to do. That is a major, major conflict and would result in horrific casualties to the United States and certainly in the region.
Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin also released a statement vowing the United States will, quote, respond at a time and place of our choosing, adding, we will take all necessary actions to defend the United States, our troops, and our interests. I'm Christine Frazau reporting.
Ice jams are causing a surge in water levels in the Kankakee River. This is in Illinois. Now, this is what led to the city of Wilmington, that's around 60 miles southwest of Chicago, to see some flooding here. People who live along the Kankakee River there in Wilmington were ordered to evacuate from their homes just last week. Now, a rise in temperature may have contributed to the weekend flooding. Temperatures rose into the 40s on Thursday and Friday. Let's get to Greg Bovis. He's standing by there. We don't see that kind of ice in our river, thankfully, in the Cumberland.
Yeah, thankfully, and because, you have to have that deep freeze where the river actually freezes itself.
Yeah.
And then you get that quick thaw, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
And then you get these little chunks of ice just get stuck there, and everything else gets stuck behind it.
Believe it or not, it used to happen here years ago before they introduced the dam system. They introduced the dam system. Now the water continues to flow no matter how cold it gets.
And they control every little aspect of it. So it's amazing what a little infrastructure can do for you to help you out. Taking a look here. Here we go when it comes to your lunchtime forecast. 39 degrees. Temperature at 11 o'clock. So we're going to keep this as a cool one, but a calm day. And right now we are fairly overcast. We've had a couple of light sprinkles. I saw a few raindrops hitting the windshield driving in this morning. And we also have some reports that if you get a little north of I-40, there have been a few little light snowflakes as well. It is very light that's how it's going to be here for the next hour or two. And then we'll break it all up, taking a look. We're cool. We are all clear when it comes to Code Red. No problems this week. Enjoy what will be a very nice week overall. Temperature now becomes the big story. It has not been for the last 10 to 12 days since we had that very brutally cold snap 2 weeks ago. Now we're just talking about ups and downs when it comes to daytime and nighttime temperature. But a beautiful live look downtown. Nothing happening when it comes to visibility tracker either. We have no dense fog anywhere this morning. That will not be a case for us that we have to worry about. Taking a look, most of the country, if you're a traveler and you've been looking at the last couple of weeks and this is your week to go somewhere, this is your week to go somewhere. There's not much happening across the entire country here. A couple of scattered showers and a little bit of light snowfall, New York up through Boston. But other than that, back home, we could not look nicer. But we're starting off in the 30s. Temperatures on the right side of your screen. Taking a look going into tomorrow, there's a chance for a passing brief little shower or two that we'll look at as we get a little bit warmer this afternoon. 45 degrees and maybe a burst or two of some sunshine heading into the afternoon.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get a good look here at what we're dealing with out on I-24. This is I-24 near Hickory Hollow Parkway near the Tanger outlets. You can see for yourself the traffic is moving along, even though we do have some light rain, it would seem, out there on the roads, especially on that camera lens and down on the ground as well. So heads up on that. Roads will not be completely dry, just some light rain for certain. But right now, at least for right now, it is not causing any major jam ups anywhere. Traffic doing okay. We're going to continue to watch the roads here for you live through 9. The big game is all set. It's going to happen in Las Vegas. It's going to feature the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers, who will be going head-to-head out there in Las Vegas, and the winner will be crowned Super Bowl champions there. So you might have caught the NFC Championship game right here on Fox 17, and this one did not disappoint, going down to the wire as the 49ers were hosting the Detroit Lions. Lions out strong at the gate. They scored touchdowns in their first 3 to 4 possessions there, and really went up big in this game, up 24-10 at one point before the 49ers made their big comeback. Wild play right here as the pass bounces off a Lions defender, and Brandon Ayuk makes the catch for the touchdown. Next play, the Niners score another one here, and they just keep rolling on. The Lions scoring, the 49ers rather, scoring 24 points in that half to get that berth into the Super Bowl. 34-31, the final score there from San Francisco.
Man, first of all, glory to God. He's given us this opportunity, man, and for us, it's a team sport. You know, we knew we had a half left. Defense did their job. The boys on offense took care of business. Coach called a great game, and we had the faithful behind us the whole way, so we love you guys.
The NFC Championship game belongs to the 49ers. How about the AFC Championship game? The 49ers will face the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the defending Super Bowl champions, and they are preparing for their 4th Super Bowl in the last 5 years. The Chiefs held off the Baltimore Ravens 17-10. Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes led the offense with a couple of touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. Travis Kelce, 11 catches for 116 yards. That breaks the NFL record for postseason receptions.
It truly is special. Just to do it with these guys after what we've been through all season long, guys coming together, it really is special. But I told them, the job's not done. Our job now is to prepare ourselves to play a good football team in the Super Bowl and try to get that ring.
And they will try to do so coming up here for Super Bowl 58. Matchup is set for next, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday is when it's going to happen. So far, the 49ers are opening up as 2.5-point favorites to beat the Chiefs. Well, coming up, the Preds took on the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday. We're going to tell you how it went down and what's next as the Preds move forward to the All-Star break. And tough opponents for women's basketball in Tennessee. We're going to tell you how the Vols and the Commodores fared over the weekend. We'll be right back.
Watch Fox 7.
4:24 is the time here on this Monday morning. The Nashville Predators are in a pretty good spot right now, sitting in 4th place in the NHL Central Division. Nashville had a very solid first month of the new year, but the Edmonton Oilers, well, they've had an even better one. Now, the Oilers were riding a 15-game winning streak going into their game with the Preds on Saturday, and they kept it rolling. The Oilers scoring 1 goal in each period before the Preds could even respond midway through the 3rd with a goal by Colton Sisson. Other than that, the Oilers got an empty net goal and made it 4-1. They win that game against the Preds there. As the Predators will move on, they'll face the Ottawa Senators on the road tonight at 6 p.m. They won't be back home until Wednesday to take on the Kings. Well, let's go to basketball. The Vanderbilt women's team It's had its best start to the season in 17 years, but they took a tough loss yesterday to the #1 team in the country, and that would be those South Carolina Gamecocks. Vanderbilt loses 91-74, as you can see. The Lady Vols suffered their second SEC loss of the season. They fell to Ole Miss 80-75. The Lady Vols now dropped to 5-2 in the conference. The Doors dropped to 4-3.
And here we're looking at your forecast here on a Monday morning, getting a brand new week started and a brand new weather pattern as well. So what to know? Waking up this morning, temperatures become the big story. The last few weeks, temperatures kind of took a back seat. It was, do we have rain? Do we have snow? Do we have freezing temperatures? Still watch out for potholes, though, because these have been continuing to develop here over the course of the weekend. Mornings are going to be in the 30s. No big weather makers ahead of us. A few flakes middle of the week. Possibility tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. There could be a few snowflakes flying. Nothing that sticks, but snowflakes that could be out there if you're up early enough and the temperatures are in just the right spot. How do you follow along? How do you connect? You can do it anywhere on social media. You can also go to fox17.com. But if you want to connect with us individually, Facebook, Twitter.com, you go to Instagram, all those areas, good places you can go to find all of us. You can also download the Fox 17 Code Red Weather app. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen or go to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. All good places to go. Coming up next half hour, we'll talk about that little chance that we could be seeing a few snowflakes and what happened overnight that led to a few snowflakes as well. That's coming your way in just a few.
Clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get a live look here at I-24. This is going to be I-24 at Harding there in the Antioch area. Thankfully, no big crashes out there. We're doing okay. There are some reports out there of some rain or possibly even light snow, depending on where you are this morning. So be aware of that. But so far, thankfully, it is not causing huge problems out there on the roads. We'll continue to watch things for you. Steer clear traffic live and local through 9.
The debate on the release of the Covenant School shooters' writings continues. Now, there's a hearing set for today, and we'll tell you how we got to this point.
I'm here to make.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Well, now on Fox 17 News this morning, mid-state fishing teams working together to clean up a mid-state lake. We're going to tell you what they accomplished for the environment.
Forecast this morning, no fog, no rain, but there are a few indications of some snowflakes falling in a few areas we'll take a look at here on Top of the Radar in just moments.
Steer clear traffic out there. A couple of raindrops to follow on I-24. That is near the Hickory Hollow Parkway exit. We're going to tell you where else some of that precipitation may get in your way coming up here in the next few minutes. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 17 News this morning. I'm Justin McFarland. Just around 4:30 here on this Monday morning. A lot to tell you about here over the next 30 minutes and beyond. On a sad note this morning, one person has died and 3 others are hurt. This is after a car crash that happened in South Nashville early yesterday morning. Metro Police say that 2 cars collided on Old Murfreesboro Pike just before 4 a.m. A passenger in a Ford Focus, 26-year-old Christina Holt Macklin, died in that crash, and a 63-year-old man as well as a 23-month-old child are in the back seat. They are hurt, but not critically. Police said that the driver of the other cars crossed the double line, that double yellow line, and caused that head-on collision. They identified that driver as Adrian Edwin and said that they admitted to drinking alcohol prior to that crash. Police says that the charges are expected to be filed right now against Edwin. Well, new this morning, after 6 innocent lives were taken in the Covenant School shooting that took place last year, the debate rages on right now about the release of the shooter's writings. Fox 17 News' Peyton Muse joins us live outside of a courtroom in downtown Nashville, where this issue will be talked about later today.
That's right, Justin. So later this morning around 9:30, they will be meeting here at the historic Metro Courthouse to continue this ongoing discussion on the release of the Covenant school shooters' writings. Multiple lawsuits were filed for the release of the writings, and then the Covenant school parents and victims, the school, the church doubled down on those lawsuits, saying this should not be released to the public. Now, in November of 2023, so a few months ago, Steven Crowder, host of the Louder with Crowder podcast, shared leaked images from the shooter's writings. Last spring, a judge ruled that the parents, the church, and the school could be heard in the hearings. There was discussions on victims' rights and whether or not the parents of kids who go to the school are considered victims. A judge decided that those voices could be heard in these hearings. And the National Police Association, the Tennessee Firearms Association, the Tennessean, and the Tennessee Star filed lawsuits against the city, against Metro, for the writings to be released. Covenant school parents say the release of the writings adds trauma, and they're worried that this will be a blueprint for future mass shootings. The decision on the public release of the shooter's writings is in the hands of the appellate court, and again, a hearing is set for today around 9:30 here at the historic Metro Courthouse, and we will keep you up to date and let you know what we know and how, or what is going on once that starts. Reporting live in Nashville, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
All right, Peyton, you can get more big stories just like this delivered right to your inbox every morning by signing up for our daily newsletter. You can do so on our homepage at fox17.com. Let's get to your weather now. Greg Grove is standing by.
Good morning. Taking a look here at a very calm pattern, but we've been seeing a few things here overnight into this morning. Here's a look at Doppler radar. This does not look impressive, but there are specks of blue that we are seeing. There are some areas as a system exits here that was here over the weekend where we've gotten just cold enough to have a few snowflakes. They're hitting our cameras, they're melting, but we're seeing even a little bit of it beginning to try to stick to some roadways as you get north and west of Nashville out toward the Clarksville area. And a few of those snowflakes even trying to clean to the ground here, 65 south of Nashville. So this is very, very light precipitation, not going to be an all-day thing. This really will be only the next hour or two where we're just watching what is coming down, and then everything melts away, and we're good for the afternoon. But we are cold. You are back to using winter clothes today. Winter coat this morning for sure. Temperatures are in the 30s to kick off today, and only going to be in the middle 40s later on this afternoon. Clouds win the game. You're going to see more cloud cover than sunshine for today, tomorrow, and even into Wednesday as well. Small rain chances, but they are there. One of them is late tomorrow into Wednesday that could bring a few more light flurries to the area. The good news is, though, light and flurries. We're not worried about a heavy snowfall or any significant weather. We're all clear when it comes to code red in our forecast.
Steer clear traffic out there for you, everybody. We are having some technical difficulties, unfortunately. We can tell you, though, that things are rolling along okay out there on the roads. We've, again, going to bring up some things here for you. This is going to be I-40 at Spence Lane as you make that drive into town there this morning. We're doing okay so far. We are seeing some of that light rain and snow, as Greg was just telling you about, in some portion of the mid-state, but overall not causing big issues. We'll let you know if anything changes as Steer Clear Traffic is live and local with you through 9. In your community this morning, 5 mid-state high school fishing teams combined forces this weekend to help the environment. They teamed up with a local business to haul more than 33,000 pounds of trash off the banks of Percy Priest Lake. That's a lot of trash. Now, the haul included furniture, beer bottles, and hundreds of tires. What are the tires doing in there? The top 2 teams are the Music City Bass and the Mount Juliet Fishing, with 24,875 pounds of garbage between them. A similar cleanup is on the calendar for next month at the Old Hickory at the Tim Ford's Lake. An update now to the water restrictions on businesses in Mount Pleasant, as city leaders say the water levels are now stabilized, and this morning they anticipate allowing businesses and industries to return to normal water usage. Now, people and businesses in Mount Pleasant have been asked to conserve water because the levels in the city's tanks were pretty low. Industries were told to stop using treated water on Saturday, and restaurants were also asked to cut back. The city is still looking for leaks, possibly caused by the recent freeze. All restrictions are ending this morning at 6 a.m. Well, coming up, taxes are certainly part of life, but Hendersonville has now decided which taxes will be raised. I'm going to tell you about the financial problem that has created this dilemma. And there is a brand new safety requirement for hockey players in the United States. We're going to tell you why it's being applied to players under the age of 18.
Team coverage on local issues.
4:39 is the time. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. That's a live look there in Las Vegas, Nevada. I believe that's a large crane there. That's what it seems. A large crane right there on the strip, right next to a White Castle and several other things. Listen, this is the spot where a lot of people are going to be coming through over the next couple of weeks. Super Bowl 58 set there for Las Vegas coming up there in February 11th. It's going to be the 49ers against the Kansas City Chiefs. In local news, Hendersonville residents are being asked to choose between two tax incentives, or increases, I should say, to avoid drastic cuts in city services. So let's tell you a little bit more about it here as inflation has hit the city's budget very hard. The mayor of Hendersonville, Jamie Clary, says that the only way to avoid layoffs within the police department and fire department is to raise taxes. There is a referendum coming up on March the 5th. And residents are being asked to approve a half-cent sales tax increase. The alternative is a 39% property tax increase. The sales tax increase would cost the average family around $75 a year versus the $277 for a property tax increase. Again, we'll see what voters decide coming up in March.
Time right now, 4:40. Taking a look at your forecast here on a Monday morning. The three big bullet points for us for the weather story are going to be pretty cloudy here to begin the week at least. We'll get a little sunshine sprinkled in here and there, but right now a few snow flurries that are coming down here circling the Nashville area, both north and south of Nashville. Keep that in mind. Any light snowflakes that you do see or drizzly spots aren't going to last all that long. A fairly calm pattern in general, and they're not going to add too much in terms of any headaches this morning. But you may see them if you're heading out here in the next hour or two. Chilly start to the week. Temperatures right side of your screen. 30s. The next 5 to 7 mornings will be in the 30s as well. We're going to keep our code red threat level in the all clear, which is good. That means no significant weather makers moving our way. But the cloud cover eventually has to give way to some sunshine. So when do we get the sun? We're going to track that for you here. Take a look at a fairly calm pattern that continues into the upcoming weekend. And we'll even find some 50-degree and above high temperatures coming up in a few minutes.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get to the latest happening out there on the roads. That's I-24 Hickory Hollow Parkway. As you make that drive out and about this morning, as you can see, there's a few droplets on the camera lens, but not causing significant slowdowns in any direction. We're doing very, very nice. The same can be said here, 40 near Broadway. No big problems over there over on the West Loop. We'll continue to follow things, but so far, no major slowdowns north, south, east, or west. New rules from USA Hockey will now require all players under the age of 18 to wear neck guards. Now, it's the latest development following the death of a former NFL player after taking the ice in order to skate in the game in England. NHL player, I believe we mean here in this case. The English Ice Association has since announced mandatory neck guards for all players in England. The new rule will take effect for the United States coming up here on August the 1st, while players older than 18 at the adult level will not be required to wear the neck protection. USA Hockey is strongly encouraging all players to wear the particular guard. Well, coming up, the trendy Stanley Cup, and we're not talking about hockey in this case. We're talking about, the cups people drink out of there. They are continuing to cause controversy about drinking water, but there is a health warning that doctors are speaking more about. We'll have that story in a few minutes. Plus, a man's best friend is dressing like a human these days, a lot more. We're going to tell you why this special fashion show got started.
team coverage on local issues.
4:45 is the time. Doctors say the latest Stanley Cup craze could cause overhydration if you're not careful. Now, doctors at the Family Health Center at the New York University says that the 40-ounce size cup could lead to drinking excessive amounts of water. Experts say 2 cups of water for women and 3 cups of water for men is plenty. Too much water can dilute your body's electrolytes. Now, wait a minute now. I thought we were supposed to get 8 cups of water a day. Isn't that what doctors say? I don't know. This is what this study is saying. Okay, we'll continue to follow this particular thing. Anything with the Stanley Cup these days is drawing a lot of attention. After previously impacting much of the country, bird flu cases are now boiling over in places like California. It's creating hardship for poultry farmers there in the Golden State and threatening to lead to potential price increases across the board. Fox News' Ted Linder reports.
After triggering shortages that caused the price of eggs to skyrocket, bird flu outbreaks in the U.S. have yet to fly the coop.
Chickens were the leghorns.
The highly contagious virus is now devastating poultry farms across northwest California in an area called the Egg Basket. This after the Golden State avoided earlier bouts that previously tore through farms, particularly across the Midwest.
So we have over 500,000 birds on this ranch, and all of them had to be euthanized.
Bird flu is extremely contagious for chickens, turkeys, and several species of wild birds. When cases are discovered, farmers must kill the entire exposed flock to try and keep the disease from spreading. Over the last 2 months alone, about a dozen commercial farms in California slaughtered more than 1 million birds.
In some of our buildings, the virus got to the birds so bad and so quickly, you walked in and the birds were just dead.
Wildlife experts say migratory birds like ducks and geese are responsible for helping the virus spread across the country. Some fear the risk for these outbreaks could increase over time, citing how altered weather patterns as a result of climate change are throwing off migration patterns and pushing ducks and geese closer to poultry farms.
There's no way I can stop the wild birds from coming through and leaving the disease behind.
California's state veterinarian is advising farmers to keep their birds indoors until June to try and prevent them from coming in contact with migratory birds.
The duck season is now. They're flying through California.
Ted Lindner, Fox News.
Well, take a look at this as this time of year again, as tax season does start up a little bit later today. The Internal Revenue Service will start accepting and processing the 2023 federal income tax returns. The deadline for filing for most people is April the 15th, but some of the mid-state will get an extended deadline if you live in one of the federally declared disaster areas caused by the December the 9th tornadoes. If that is the case, you will have until June the 17th to file. Fashion for furry friends this morning hit the runway as designer Anthony Rubio presented his latest collection for dogs last week in New York. So take a look. Inspired by the Met Gala, Rubio's Pet Gala features dog-sized recreations of looks worn by artists like Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, Billy Porter, and more. The event was held on Thursday, and it was the 10th time that Rubio's Pet Gala raised money for animal rescue organizations, sending them about 30% of the proceeds. Everybody looking fancy, furry and fancy.
Furry and fancy, and then the pets don't even have to pay for it themselves. It's up to the owners to go find all the swag for them.
Well, how would the pets pay for it themselves exactly?
With love.
With love.
That's the only way they can.
It's the only currency
they don't have pockets to put the wallet in, so that's all they've got. Take a look here at the forecast. Maybe the dog walk is part of your morning, or we're getting the kids ready to go out the door to go to the bus stop. Here is how we're shaking out. This morning, a few light snow flurries have been out there in a few areas around the Nashville area. Get up north and west towards Clarksville. We've had a few reports of some snowflakes there. And you also move down towards 65 in toward the Franklin area, and there have been a few snowflakes as well. Keep that in mind. I say a few snowflakes. Do not plan for a hefty snowfall. We're not canceling school. None of that's happening here for us here. So get ready, get the backpacks full and get ready to go. Taking a look outside, nothing happening really over downtown Nashville. We don't have any dense fog. We don't have any significant weather happening, but we are definitely on the cooler side. Right side of your screen, and as you just saw for the bus stop forecast, we're going to keep it in the 30s here for this morning into early afternoon and then push into the middle 40s if we're lucky. Taking a look, Doppler radar. We're looking at the entire country here. This is the most calm that we have seen Doppler for the entire country in the last calendar month. That means so far this year, this is the best this picture has looked. For us, not a whole lot happening. There'll be a weather maker that swings in from the north going into tomorrow that could clip us with a couple of showers very late in the day and maybe even a few snowflakes in the Cumberland Plateau. But very weak weather makers to say the least compared to what we've been used to so far in the last few weeks. Today and tomorrow, relatively calm. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, completely dry. If you are aching for some sunshine to kind of literally brighten up your day, the next completely sunny day will be on Thursday, and we'll follow that up on Friday as well.
Steer clear traffic here for you this morning. Let's get a good look at what's going on at I-65 and I-24 there on the north side. As you can see, traffic moving along very well. No big problems, even though we do have a little light rain, maybe some light snow in portions of the mid-state here, but not causing problems or drama out there on the road. And that's exactly what we'd like to see. If anything does change, we'll be sure to let you know. So we got you covered live and local through 9 o'clock this morning. Well, this is one of your last chances to see the country's largest Chinese Lantern Festival. You want to scan this QR code right there on your screen, and that will take you to where you need to go. Or you can go to our website, fox17.com/contest to enter for your chance to win 2 tickets to Zooluminations and their Chinese Festival of Lights. The final weekend is scheduled for February the 2nd through the 4th over at the Nashville Zoo. Of course, the message and data rates do apply. For complete contest details, you can go to the website, fox17.com/contest. There's a new report to tracking vision issues that could give doctors a heads up about the early onset of Alzheimer's disease. Now, a brand new study found that 94% of patients diagnosed with PCA also had Alzheimer's. Now, PCA is the decline of visual processing skills and the degeneration in the back of the brain. Symptoms include not being able to recognize people or having trouble reading lines of text and the inability to judge distances as well. Researchers say that PCA is more common in women and typically begins around the age of 59. Well, coming up, wildlife on the highway. Yeah, that's a zebra that you see there. We're going to tell you about how these exotic animals here in the United States got loose from a trailer. And the innovation could help runners pick the perfect shoe for them. We've got more on the brand new research in just a few moments.
Fox 17 News, your code.
Coming up on 456, live look there on Lower Broadway. As you can see, no problems out there with the weather or the traffic, at least from this vantage point. Things are also starting to pick up out there just a little bit as there's going to be a lot of work down there with cranes and the beer trucks and all that coming up here, we suspect, before long. Going to be a light week as far as events on Broadway. We're going to get into that, I'm sure, as the morning goes on. Well, check this out. Several animals rescued after a truck hauling them for a circus caught fire. And the whole thing happened on an Indiana highway. This happened on Saturday as the animals were traveling from Florida to Fort Wayne, Indiana for a circus performance. Now, the Indiana State Police said that the deputies rescued camels, zebras, and a miniature horse, leading them away from the smoking truck. A pair of officers were also taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. You can see the smoke there in the backdrop there. And then those officers were later released. None of the animals were hurt, thankfully. But how would you like to be traveling down a highway there in Marion County, Indiana, and check out camels and zebras on the shoulder of the road? That is not something you could soon forget. Let's get to Greg.
definitely not at all. I mean, Justin, you talk a lot about the zebra stripes. There's a whole different game of zebra stripes out there.
That's not the zebra stripes I'm talking about typically.
Not even close. Taking a look here. Future track. We're starting up with some cloud cover. A couple of light snowflakes have been out there. A little light drizzle as well. That's going to taper off in the next hour or two, but if you're heading out the door between now and then, you might get a little precip on the windshield. You have to kind of use the wipers a time or two, and then work through the cloud cover this morning. I'll give you some good news, though. The afternoon looking more increasingly possible that we burst into a little bit of sunshine here mid to late afternoon. Not going to be a ton of it, but there'll be enough to where it can boost the spirits just a little bit. So what do you need to know here? Brand new this week. No big weather makers ahead of us. Mornings are going to be in the 30s. Every single day this week. So every morning cold. You want the winter coats to start off each day. A few flakes also could be in the forecast late tomorrow into early Wednesday. Now, compared to all of our code red weather earlier this month and all the big weather makers we had, not a whole lot happening, but just know that there will be a few flakes that are out there. Watch out for a couple of potholes as well going into our 5 o'clock half hour, which starts very shortly. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast and pinpoint some warmer times that will be ahead by the weekend.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get the very latest look here at I-24. This is at Waldron Road as you make that drive in from the Rutherford County area. We're doing fine out here right now. Later in the morning, this is going to be a parking lot, I promise you, as a lot of people start to get out there on the roads. But for your early start, if you are the one who opens up the building this time of the day, you're doing fine out there. We'll continue to watch the roads here for you. Keep in mind some of that light rain could be around, and overall, just more of a nuisance more than a problem. Well, you can score with a big game trivia. So grab your phone right now and scan the QR code right there on your screen. You've got the chance to win a $100 Visa gift card. All you have to do is register to play the big game trivia contest. If you've got football knowledge, you could win $100 in prepaid debit cards, or for your chance to win a $5,000 prize every single week from now going towards the big game. So good luck, everyone. If you want to give it a try, you can do so by scanning that QR code or on our website, fox17.com. A new invention could soon help runners determine if their particular shoe is right for their body. I hear Erica Glover going, ooh, it gives them a performance boost by chance. So here we go. Engineers at MIT have come up with a brand new model to demonstrate how a running shoe can help impact runners who are out there on the streets and taking that particular jog and possibly impact their performance. Now, the new model uses height, weight, and more, and then adds shoe properties like stiffness and springiness to predict how someone would run in a particular shoe. The model can then custom make shoes for the runner's needs or different running events. Now, MIT is working on ways to improve the model and create a customer-friendly version very, very soon. So you never know how that shoe could be made just for you, tailor-made. Our 5 o'clock hour starts right now.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Now on Fox 17 News this Monday morning, a car crash claiming the life of a mid-state teenager and another young person injured. What we know so far as their community mourns.
And we're getting word this morning of a high schooler badly injured in a sledding accident. The road ahead for her and her family.
A few light snowflakes out there for right now, not going to last long. We'll take a look at radar, and the next chance you can see a few more flurries coming up in your code red forecast.
Ooh, okay, flurries. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on a Monday morning. For Fox 17 News, I'm Erica Glover.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. Saw some of those flurries north of Nashville this morning. Robertson County, Sumner County, you might be seeing them as well. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, taking another look at some of our top headlines this morning. We have some breaking news from overnight and early morning. President Biden now says the U.S. will respond after a drone strike killed 3 of our American soldiers right near the Jordan-Syria border. Dozens more are injured. This is the first time our U.S. troops have died at enemy hands in that region since the war in Gaza started. Officials say Iran-backed militants appear to have launched that attack.
We're also talking about sports. Did you stay up late watching the games? Well, the 49ers and the Chiefs will now face off in Super Bowl 58 over in Las Vegas. Preparations, though, already underway. The Chiefs are in the big game for the 4th time in 5 years. Wow. And this matchup is the same Super Bowl we saw 4 years ago.
Other headlines this morning, police now say that U.S. Marshals have recaptured a teenage murder suspect who escaped in Philadelphia. 17-year-old Shane Pryor broke free last Wednesday. Police say U.S. Marshals found Pryor on a bus overnight and took him into custody.
This Monday morning, we are getting some new updates regarding a car crash that happened over the weekend on Saturday. It sadly claimed the life of a teenager from Franklin County over in Tennessee, of course.
All right, yes, so Tennessee Highway Patrol telling us that the crash happened on Rambo Road in Lincoln County. The driver, a 16-year-old girl from Huntland, died. Huntland schools identifying her as Hannah Allen, saying in a post, quote, "Her sweet spirit will be deeply missed." THP says a 13-year-old passenger was hurt in the crash. So 16 and 13, we'll get you updated just as soon as we learn more.
Also this morning, just 5 months before her high school graduation, so sad, a Sumner County teenager has suffered a devastating injury. We're talking about 17-year-old Mary Atkins, who broke her spinal cord last Sunday, all because of a sledding accident.
Oh, just devastating here. Mary finished her high school credits early, and she was set to receive her diploma coming up in May with an internship waiting for her in architectural design. But 8 days ago, remember during the big winter storm? Well, she and her friends were out sledding in Bethpage when Mary crashed into a fence pole. She went unconscious and had to be life-flighted to Vanderbilt Medical Center for emergency surgery. Mary's mother telling Fox 17 News that she has stayed resilient. She's already gained back some feeling in her arms and legs.
Even the nurses said, I can't believe her. She's handling this good. I was like, yeah, and a lot of people praying for her, and it's working.
Wow, this does all come 7 months after Mary's father passed away. Just a very extremely difficult year for this family. If you want some more updates regarding this story, go to fox17news.com because the GoFundMe has been started to help Mary and her family. Again, you can find that link, fox17.com.
And at 5:04 right now, happy Monday to you. Hope your day is off to a good start. You might be waking up to some flurries, depending on where you are. And Greg is here to tell us all about that.
We're trying to find him here. I mean, you saw him driving in. I had a little light drizzle on the windshield driving in as well. So we're not completely dry, but this is by no means a big weather maker. Let's just zoom it on in and take a look at what we're seeing and where things are. We have some blue, and this is again going to be north and south of Nashville. It's kind of right all in the pocket near metro area, but think 65 south or south of Nashville through Oak Hill, Brentwood, Franklin. There are some snowflakes coming down all the way down south toward Thompson Station, Ashland City, Juliet. Can't really put a track on any of this. This is just because the air is so saturated and we're just at that right sweet spot with the temperature to where we're seeing a few of these snow flurries pick up. They will die down here in the coming hours. This is not an all-day event. This is not an all-morning event. This is a right now what's happening in your neighborhood kind of an event. Taking a look, what are we watching moving forward? Well, the next weather maker is going to be when it's just talking about cooler times and cloudier times. Unfortunately, clouds are in control. Small rain chances, small snow chances. The next chance for any precipitation after this morning is going to be very late tomorrow into early Wednesday. A couple of light snowflakes could be mixed in with that as well on the Cumberland Plateau. Sunny later this week. Temperatures right now, right side of your screen. Bundle it up. You're only in the 30s for right now. We'll look ahead to an attempt to find warmer times coming up in the next check of your forecast.
Greg, thank you. 5:05 is the time. Do you want to check in with your Steer Clear traffic update to show you a live look? I-24, this is at Briley, north of Nashville, and you can see on your screen traffic, no issue right now, giving you the green light for this area. Again, a live look, I-24 Briley, north of Nashville.
The debate continues on the release of the Covenant school shooters' writings. There's a hearing set for today, and we'll tell you how we got here next.
This Fox 17 This Morning News.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning, 5:08 on this Monday morning. And after 6 innocent lives were taken in the Covenant school mass shooting last year, the debate continues on releasing the shooter's writings in full to the public.
And we're going to get some more updates today. But right now, Fox 17 News' Peyton Muse joining us out there live outside of the courthouse with what we could learn today. Good morning, Peyton.
Good morning, Jen and Erica. So there's a hearing set for later today. And the debate, like you all said, it continues. Now, there are multiple lawsuits filed for the release of the Covenant school shooters' writings, and then the Covenant school parents, the church, and the school doubled down, saying these should not be released to the public. And in November of 2023, Steven Crowder, the host of Louder with Crowder, a podcast, shared leaked images from 3 pages of the shooter's writings. Last spring, a judge ruled the parents, the church, and the school could be heard in the hearings, the debate for the release of the Covenant school writings, and that's because parents of students that went to the school were not necessarily considered victims until a judge ruled that their voices could be heard as well. The National Police Association, the Tennessee Firearms Association, the Tennessean, and the Tennessee Star filed lawsuits against Metro government for the writings to be released. Covenant school parents say the release of the writings adds trauma, and they're worried that this will be a blueprint for future mass shootings. The decision on the public release of the shooter's writings is in the hands of the appellate court, and a hearing is set for later this morning around 9:30, and we'll keep you up to date on what exactly is going down if you just stick with us here at Fox 17 on the air and online. Reporting live downtown, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Peyton, thank you. We're checking in now with our Code Red meteorologist. Good morning, Greg.
Hey, good morning. Taking a look here. A pretty decent morning, but this is one of those interesting situations that you might be driving out into right now. Well, we have a couple of light drizzly spots and a few light snowflakes that are coming down this morning. This is not an all-morning event. This will be done the next couple of hours, but if you are leaving the house right now, you're going to see anywhere around the Nashville area the possibility of some light snow flurries that could even be clinging to some windshields and maybe even attempting to cling to the ground. We're colder, but we're all clear for Code Red. So there's nothing to worry about. Temperatures just above freezing to the point to where what is coming down with a very, very cold upper atmosphere stays cold enough long enough to give us that possibility of a few snowflakes. We're in the 30s though. Please bundle it up before you head out. Nothing big coming our way here. No major weather makers. So now it becomes a cloud and temperature game for the rest of this week. How warm and how cold will we be? Let's take a look. 45 degrees. Later on this afternoon, tomorrow, 55. There will be an incoming weather maker that could pass by a brief shower or two late in the day tomorrow.
Greg, thank you. Let's get into steer clear traffic right now. We want to take you over to I-40 at White Bridge, where we have a trucker sleeping off on that big shoulder right there. We can see some traffic already filing into Nashville early here on this Monday morning. That's a heavier than normal volume, I would say, but the good news here, no issues. Your Bellevue commute, or if you're coming in from Kingston Springs or Dickson this morning, looks really good. Same story over on I-24 at Waldron. This is a great view, kind of a bird's eye view from the overpass there, and no issues on your I-24 commute either.
Just ahead, lawmakers are getting ready for new moves as they focus on our southern border, how the situation could unfold this week.
And the journey to the Super Bowl almost complete for 2 teams. They're on their way now. The highlights from the big wins for the 49ers and the Chiefs in minutes.
Looking to sell your home fast?
Yeah. Welcome back. 5:14 is the time. Right now, Fox 17 News showing you a live look over at Nissan Stadium. We are not in the Super Bowl.
What?
We're not.
Well, the Titans aren't.
The Titans aren't. I got you. Good morning, Jen. But the 49ers and the Chiefs. Some folks stayed up late last night.
I thought you were talking about like gambling. I was like, what, you're in? How much are you in?
That's a whole other conversation.
All right, Monday morning here, we're going to get you updated on a lot of your headlines in case you missed out over the weekend. We have House lawmakers set to return to Washington this week, and Republicans are planning to move ahead with their plan to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
Here's national correspondent Christine Frizzell with more.
At the southern border, a perfect storm of desperation, chaos, and dwindling resources to help. U.S. Customs and Border Protection now confirming there were more than 302,000 migrant encounters at the southern border in the month of December alone. Republicans blaming the Biden administration and the man in charge of the Department of Homeland Security, Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, just releasing articles of impeachment against him for willful and systematic refusal to comply with the law and breach of public trust.
This isn't about political scores, and this isn't about policy difference. This is about a secretary that's abdicated his oath of office. He's abused his authority, and he's lied to the American people in Congress.
DHS calling the articles, quote, unconstitutional and evidence-free. This, as a bipartisan group of senators has been working for months on a fix, a plan tied to military aid for Ukraine and Israel, nearly complete, but under threat of collapse, with former President Trump intervening, saying a bad border deal is far worse than no border deal.
As the leader of our party, there is zero chance I will support this horrible open borders betrayal of America.
Republicans backing the bill disagree, expressing outrage fellow senators would forfeit the opportunity for much greater security at the border because it's an election year.
We all have an oath to the Constitution, and we have a commitment to say we're going to do whatever we can to be able to secure the border.
Even President Joe Biden is vowing to be much tougher on the border.
If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly.
Even if a bill in the Senate is almost complete, many House Republicans have signaled they won't pass it. And with the border becoming a top issue for voters, both parties have signaled they will use it as a political issue in the 2024 election. I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
Christine, thank you. We have been talking a lot about the winter storm that we had and some of the, impacts that come from ice and a lot of snow. Well, check this out. Ice jams causing a surge in water levels in Illinois. And the ice jams have now led to flooding in places like the city of Wilmington, Illinois. That's about 60 miles outside of Chicago.
Well, take a look at this video. People who live along this Kankakee River in Wilmington, they have been ordered to go ahead and evacuate their homes. That's how serious this is. A rise in temperature could be contributing to all the flooding. Temperatures dipping as low as -8 degrees on Sunday and then increasing to the 40s on Thursday and Friday. All right, we're going to check in now with our COVID meteorologist. I mean, you're from Chicago.
Yes.
This is a serious situation in that area.
It is, and the more windy a river gets and these big temperature fluctuations, the worse ice jams can be. Because think about it, everything kind of clogs up.
In the corners and whatnot.
In the corners.
I say a corner, but in the bends, I guess.
Pretty much so, yeah. I mean, when it comes to a river, the bend is the corner and everything gets stuck there. And then the ice jams it up, and then everything else trying to come down the river just doesn't have anywhere to go, and then you start seeing what you're seeing there. They're seeing temperatures. If you thought we were cold, they are very, very cold compared to us. But taking a look right now, top of the radar is not deceiving us. We have some light snow showers coming down this morning. A few flurries in a few spots. Brentwood down through Franklin, Thompson Station, Ashland City, Greenbrier getting up towards Springfield, Hendersonville, Gallatin. These are all areas where this is, I'm going to put this in a 3-hour motion here for you. Nothing really moving. It just kind of develops because of how much moisture we have in the atmosphere. And then once it's used up that moisture, it's done. So these aren't really tracking anywhere. They're just right overhead for the time being. Taking a look. Staying cloudy for early on this week. Today, tomorrow, and even your Wednesday going to be on the cloudier side. A calm pattern settles in with all of that, though. Chilly to start the week. Right side of your screen, current temperatures. We're in the 30s, so we're not terribly cold. We're not dangerously cold, but colder than every morning we saw last week. We're cool. We're all clear for code red. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast coming up in a few moments and also look ahead to another chance to possibly see a few snow flurries by the end of this week.
All right, you heard it there. Greg said it. Listen, what are you going to do? It's winter. Steer clear traffic. Let's get to I-24 at Waldron Road. It's not supposed to be sunny in 83. If you make your way out there this morning, as you can see, everything is moving along. We do have a disabled vehicle right up there on the shoulder of the road. Some light rainfall happening there as you make your way out of Laverne. No major crashes, though, to tell you about. We're doing okay so far. On the north side, 65 at Trinity Lane, also doing pretty well up there this morning. Watch out for potholes, places where you may not expect them. So heads up on that. You don't want to end up on the shoulder because you didn't see the thump in the road.
Justin, thank you. Hey, talking about sports, the big game is all set. Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to go head-to-head February 11th at Allegiant Stadium. That's over in Las Vegas.
Yeah, going to be a big Super Bowl. Let's take a look at how we got to this point in case you missed the NFC Championship game right here on Fox 17. This one did not disappoint. The 49ers hosting the Lions, and the Lions strong right out of the gate. I mean, I think a lot of folks were pulling for them, kind of the underdog here. They scored 3 touchdowns. 49ers were down 24-7 at the half. A wild play as a pass from Brock Purdy bounces off a Lions defender right to, look here, and this is the slow motion. I mean, my gosh, right to a receiver for the 49ers. So that's a touchdown. And then the Niners just kept going. They scored 27 points in the second half, getting that Super Bowl spot. The final score, 34-31. 49ers win.
Yeah, 49ers will face the Chiefs, who are the defending Super Bowl champions and also preparing for, get this, their 4th Super Bowl in 5 years. The Chiefs held off the Baltimore Ravens 17-10 Sunday. Travis Kelce had 11 catches for 116 yards, breaking the NFL record for postseason receptions. So
okay,
there it is.
So this is the matchup. Yeah, here we go. Niners, Kansas City Chiefs. Kickoff is set for 5:30, February 11th.
You going to stay up and watch?
I always try and never really make it.
Well, coming up, Tennessee's 3rd grade retention law is frustrating Weatherford County school leaders. Why they say state standards are problematic. Stay with us.
Ponce Law, working with engineers.
5:24 is the time. In just a few weeks, 3rd graders across the state of Tennessee will be taking a test that will have a huge impact on their future. 3rd graders have to take a test, and if they don't pass it, it's a state reading test. They could be held back from moving on to the 4th grade or have to go to summer school or get extra tutoring. Now, the Rutherford County School Board is frustrated with the State Board of Education about this. Officials with the school system says that the state board has unclear standards when it comes to the reading test, so it's hard to prepare students. They also say by the time they get the results back, it's way too slow. In some cases, it's July before they're able to inform the students exactly what they did on the test.
If there's really a goal to have all 3rd graders proficient in this, whatever, let's get a real measure of what reading is, and let's go back from there. Our teachers will hit that mark. It's just a matter of letting them know exactly what it is that we're expecting them to do. Right now, it's this kind of black box ELA TCAP test that doesn't equate to reading.
Now, last year in Rutherford County, 17 3rd graders were held back from moving on to the 4th grade. They are expected to take those tests coming up here in a few weeks. Coming up a little bit later, we're going to hear from one member of the school board who's proposing the elimination of the entire Tennessee Department of Education over this particular issue.
5:25, your time taking a look here at your Code Red forecast and getting out the door toward the bus stop this morning. You might catch a few snowflakes flying here or a few drizzly pockets. Keep that in mind. This is not going to last all morning by any means, and it's not for everyone. But if you start seeing a few light snowflakes or a little bit of light drizzle, it's not anything to write home about. We're not in Code Red. We're not worried about it being a big impact to our day. Temperature's cold, though. Middle 30s all morning as bus stops are rolling through our neighborhood, so keep that in mind. We're back to winter coats. We're 30s across the board. Even some areas getting close to, if not dipping below, the 32-degree mark here a little bit later on this morning. What does the 7-day forecast spell out for us? It means that we're going to see more and more days that are going to have those cold temperatures in the morning. We're talking about overnight tonight all the way down to 30. That means outlying areas away from Nashville will be in the upper 20s. Today's high 45. Best chance for some sunshine going to be middle of the afternoon.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get started here at 24 Walden Road. Should make that drive down through Rutherford County. We are dealing with that one car here on the shoulder that is disabled. Everything back behind it, though, is doing okay so far. A few raindrops falling on your head out there this morning, so be aware of that. Maybe even snowflakes, depending on where you are. But overall, not causing huge problems. Here's a look on the west side, I-40, 46th Avenue, making that drive in from there. You're doing fine out there so far. It looks mainly dry over here on this side of town, but there are other parts of town where things are wet for sure. We'll continue to watch the roads there for you.
The debate continues on the release of the Covenant school shooters' writings continues. There's a hearing set for later this morning. We'll tell you how we got here next.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck,
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Good morning. Waking up here to a few little drizzly spots and even a couple light snow flurries here this morning. It's not going to last all day, but we'll track what's on the radar for you and look ahead to a cold but calm week in your coded forecast.
Steer clear traffic out there as the drizzle has made its way over to I-24 near Rutherford County. We're going to tell you about your drive ahead coming up in just a few.
And we do want to thank you for waking up with us here on a Monday morning. For Fox 17 News, I'm Erica Glover.
I'm Jennifer Waddell. Glad to be your live local news source. Always here for you through 9 a.m. New this morning, after 6 lives were lost in the Covenant mass shooting. Gosh, we're getting to almost a year ago. This was last March. We are still hearing debate over the release of the shooter's writings in full to the public.
Right now, Fox 17 News' Peyton Muse joining us live outside of the courthouse with what we could be learning today. Good morning, Peyton.
Good morning, Erica and Jen. So that's right. There's a hearing here later this morning around 9:30, and the debate, like you all said, it continues regarding the release of the Covenant School mass shooters' writings. Now, there was multiple lawsuits filed against the city for the release of the writings, and then Covenant School parents, the church, and the school doubled down, saying these should not be released to the public. Now, in November of 2023, so this past November, Steven Crowder, host of the Louder with Crowder podcast, shared leaked images from 3 of these shooters' writings. Last spring, a judge ruled the parents, church, and the school could be heard in the hearings because there was a debate regarding whether or not the parents of Covenant School students would be considered victims or not. A judge did decide that their voices could be heard. Now, the National Police Association, Tennessee Firearms Association, the Tennessean, and the Tennessee Star filed lawsuits against the city for the writings to be released. Covenant School parents say the release of the writings adds trauma, and they're worried that this would be a blueprint for future mass shootings. The decision on the public release of the shooter's writings is in the hands of the appellate court. Now, the hearing again is set for this morning around 9:30, and we'll be sure to keep you updated on the latest, both on air and online. Reporting live in downtown Nashville, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Good morning, Greg.
Hey, good morning. Waking up here on a Monday and not a whole lot to worry about, but if you've looked out your window and you go, is that snow? There are a few areas we do have a little bit of light snow flurry action going on here and a few areas of some drizzly pockets. Keep that in mind. It's not going to be anything that causes any concern, and it's not going to last long, but there are a few areas where we have just the right ingredients going on in the atmosphere to give us a little bit of light snowfall. Clouds are in control. We do have some small rain chances, and those are really minimal at best for the next 7 days. Only 2, and they are going to be very minuscule when it comes to what they're actually going to bring down. Sunny late in the week. But between now and then, we're going to be on the fairly cloudy side, and we're also back to winter clothes. Make sure you know that. Taking a look, you can see downtown. It is a very calm period. Yes, there are a few areas of some drizzle and a few areas where we do have a few snowflakes that have been trying to make it their way down toward the ground, but we have no visibility problems. We have no fog this morning and no real causes for concern. Temperatures, though, compared to last week, waking up in the morning here again, back in the 30s. Last week we were 40s, 50s, and even close to 60. That is not the case this time around. Coming up in a few, we'll take a look at future track. We'll look at what might be on the radar in your neighborhood. We'll see where that flurry action is at, and we'll take a look at your 7-day forecast.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get to I-24 Walden Road. As you make that drive in from Rutherford County, we've been able to find some raindrops out there on the camera lens for this particular drive, making that drive in from places like Laverne and Smyrna, out there from Murfreesboro. We're doing okay. Disabled vehicle right here on the shoulder. That's the only big problem that we've seen so far. But more and more traffic starting to get out there on the road, and pretty soon it'll be at a standstill. But right now, not too bad. 26 minutes in from Hendersonville, 51 minutes in from Murfreesboro, 27 minutes in from the south side, and Franklin. Drive times, all of these, every single one will tick up as the morning goes on.
Alrighty, Justin, thank you very much. 5:34 is the time right now, and some parts of the mid-state are just now returning to normal after our winter storms. And an update this morning on the water restrictions on businesses and folks living in Mount Pleasant.
City leaders say water levels are now stabilized. That's a good update. They are now allowing businesses to go ahead and get back to normal after water issues caused them to go ahead and temporarily close. That's never good.
Yeah.
People in Mount Pleasant, they had to go ahead and conserve water, all because levels in the city's storage tanks were low. We told you about this last week. The city, though, is still looking for leaks possibly caused by the recent freeze. They also tell us, city leaders say, that they expect repairs to go ahead and continue into this week. So be mindful of that.
Continuing coverage this morning as a second teenage suspect is now arrested after a deadly home invasion in Goodlettsville. This also is an update to a story from last week. Police now say 19-year-old Terry Richardson is behind bars, charged with homicide and attempted homicide after that home invasion.
Very disturbing. This does come after the January 19th home invasion at the Retreat Apartments. Investigators say the vehicle on your screen, I know it's blurry, but take a look. This vehicle, police say, was used by whoever was responsible. Well, over the weekend, police also charging a 15-year-old in this case. The violent home invasion sent 2 people to the hospital. Richardson is due in court tomorrow, Tuesday, and he is currently held with no bond.
We go to Sumner County this morning, where we're hearing the story of a tale of 2 taxes. A tough choice Hendersonville voters are going to have to make.
In our Hendersonville headlines this morning, there are residents over there asking or being asked to choose between 2 tax increases in order to avoid drastic cuts in city services.
Okay, we're getting the word from Mayor Jamie Cleary in Hendersonville, who says inflation has taken a toll on the city's budget. He says the only way to avoid layoffs in the police and fire department is to raise taxes. So there's a referendum coming up March 5th. If you live in Hendersonville, you're being asked to approve a half-cent sales tax increase or a 39% property tax increase. Breaking it down here very simply, they claim if you vote for the sales tax increase, that would cost you on average about $75 more a year. If you vote for the property tax increase, they claim that would be about $277 a year for the property tax. So obviously that sales tax depends on how much you shop.
Yeah.
You know, where do you shop? What do you buy? So that, you know, has a little bit of an unknown there. But again, that's coming up March 5th. That'll be the referendum vote in Hendersonville.
Okay. Greg, you said some places we're seeing some snow flurries.
Yeah, let's take a look right here on radar and just take a look at what's happening. This is not trackable because it just kind of flares up and goes away, and then pops up and goes away. But there are a few areas right around the Nashville area, even out toward the Gallatin area, Portland. You get out to Cookeville, Clarksville, seeing a couple light snow showers as well. North and south of Nashville, it's kind of expanded over the last hour. This is not really going to stick all that much. It may cling to a few surfaces for a few hours, very lightly, but overall, not a real big deal for us here in the forecast. Taking a look, as we zoom in, you can see the greens go to blue. We got just cool enough in the atmosphere to go from drizzle to flurries and drizzle and back and forth is where we've been here so far this morning. We're cool. Temperatures right side of your screen are in the upper 30s. Yeah, that's about all we've got for us here. We're all clear when it comes to code red, though. No big problems there. So go ahead and enjoy lunchtime. Fairly cloudy here for the first half of today. We'll bring in some sunshine afternoon, but temperatures don't get that much warmer. We'll be in the 30s until 11 o'clock and then low to middle 40s later on this afternoon. I do have a warm up, though, taking us in toward the weekend, and I'll find the next sunny day and next streak of sunny days coming up in a few minutes.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get out to I-40 near the airport. This is I-40 at Donaldson Pike. Traffic moving along just fine out there this morning, despite the fact we are seeing some drizzle in certain locations. There is not a big problem out there. We have not seen the typical backup either onto the interstate that we sometimes see from B&A. So we're doing really nice so far out there this morning with no issues. Taking a look here from Rutherford County, looks like things have picked up a little bit when it comes to not just the traffic, but also some of that light rain here in this area, yet and still no major crashes to slow you up.
Justin, thank you. Coming up, one car stolen 3 times. Wow. We have continuing coverage of the reoccurring Kia theft issues. Stay with us and happy Monday.
Let me help you with that. I'm good, man. Thanks.
Good morning and welcome into Fox 17 News this morning. Consumer headlines right now. We have one woman who claims her Kia has been stolen 3 times, even after she installed one of those free security upgrades meant to keep this crime from happening.
We're learning so much more this morning from Ryan Jenkins. Have a listen.
I didn't even know it was a thing until it was stolen the first time. And then after it was stolen the first time, then I found out about Kia boys.
When police found Trisha Wen's 2014 Kia Optima after it was stolen this week, they discovered damage inside and out.
It happened this week on Tuesday.
This was the 3rd time Wen says her Kia was stolen from outside her Milwaukee home since 2019. Thieves caught on doorbell camera making a quick escape.
And after that, they were all gone and the Kia was gone with it.
Wen even more frustrated this time because she says she installed the anti-theft software upgrade that Kia said would prevent this crime from happening.
I was initially told that the car could only start with a key ignition, but that's not the case because they broke the steering column again and started it with a USB cord.
Back in October, I spoke with the project manager for Kia's anti-theft program who explained how the software upgrade is supposed to work.
This software update makes it so that even if they try to plug that USB port in, it's not going to disable the ignition immobilizer. It's going to keep that intact, and it is going to sound the factory alarm.
Today, that same woman told me by phone part of this upgrade requires Kia owners to lock their cars with a key fob. If you don't use the key fob to lock your vehicle, the upgrade is useless.
At this point, I don't want to invest in Kia or Hyundai at the moment. Like, I definitely am looking for a new car.
Meanwhile, Wen is the latest victim of a crime trend we've been reporting on for several years. On Friday, Milwaukee police told me there were 308 vehicle thefts so far in 2024. 64 of them have been Kias, down if you compare that to a year ago when there were 495 vehicle thefts year to date, 159 of them being Kias.
Honestly, it happens so often that I think Milwaukee Police Department, they're just so used to the police reports at this point.
A frustrated Kia owner waiting to get her wheels repaired and road ready after a theft for the 3rd time.
Now listen, Jen had a great idea. You got to think smarter, not harder. Want to share your advice?
Well, I mean, it's a serious crime. I'm thinking if I drive one of these cars, I am right now finding some kind of emblem or sticker to black out my logo on my car so you can't see, at least at first glance.
No, I think that's a pretty good idea.
Because they're looking for those emblems. They're looking to see if it says KIA. Black it out. Put something over it. Okay. Just a thought.
Hey.
I'd be so could you? And listen, we have reported on this here in Nashville.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not just a crime there. We have documented it here as well. That's so frustrating.
It's one of those things where they say, okay, then you have to use the key fob to lock the car. Well, first of all, lock a car to begin with. But second of all, then you can't use a physical key. You have to actually
also,
use the key fob.
Put this good old-fashioned steering wheel lock on it.
Oh,
there we go.
Get the lock bar. Get the lock bar for the steering wheel.
Boom, then we're good.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
All right.
We should have something just called tips with Jen. I feel bad too. It's one of those things where it's like, can you imagine 3 times your car stolen? No, thank you. Taking a look here. Nothing happened weather-wise. You can wake up this morning. You're not going to have any problems getting out the door. We have a few drizzly spots, a few areas of a couple of light flurries that are out there. This is just a situational right here, right now kind of a thing. It's not going to be the entire day. By the afternoon, the odds of seeing a little bit of sunshine will actually increase for us. So coming back home, all the significant weather moves off to the east, and even that isn't all that impressive. So good news there. Tomorrow, late in the day, especially our eastern counties have a chance for a shower or two, and we might have a couple of snowflakes that mix in with that as well. We're going to get clipped by a system that mainly will be off to our north. Here's today. Starting off fairly cloudy. Moving toward the afternoon, clouds have the chance to break up here. If this thing gets moving quick enough, we'll see a little bit of sunshine late in the day. That'll pretty much be it, though, because clouds take back over for your Tuesday and your Wednesday. The next mainly sunny day from start to finish. It will be cold when it starts on Thursday at 31 degrees, but that's our next good chance to be in the 50s for the afternoon and enjoy some sunshine and even keep the breeze in tap as well.
Steer clear traffic. We have just picked up a crash coming in from the east side. This is going to be I-40, very close to Briley Parkway. As you make that drive into town, very close to the airport, you can see the vehicle right here. Authorities have not yet arrived to this scene as of yet, but when they do, they're going to force everybody over a little bit here. You can see TDOT zooming out and readjusting itself there as you make that drive out there towards the airport. So heads up, heads up as you make that drive. I saw that car. It looked very, very close. You see the flashers, everybody. Give them some space, please. Please. Some light rain still falling in parts in Rutherford County down I-24 coming in from Laverne and Smyrna. We'll continue to watch the roads out there for you.
Well, heavy rainfall overnight causing some serious issues. Look at here. This is the city of Rafah. This is in the Gaza Strip. So on top of all of this, the misery of thousands of displaced folks who've been living in tents. Many of the shelters south of Gaza were left, well, you couldn't get in there. You just could not be living there. Take a look. Israel's military designated the land as a place for refuge for families forced to leave their homes over in the northern Gaza Strip and also in different areas. It's the largest city, by the way, in southern Gaza where this is happening.
Also, more international headlines to start your Monday. In Turkey, two masked people attacking a Roman Catholic church during Sunday morning mass, killing one person. This happened in Istanbul. The motive not clear as of this morning, but officials said it looked like a targeted attack. Local officials say they're going to be offering support to the Catholic church there. At the Vatican, by the way, the Pope has already spoken about this here this morning, expressing his condolences for that church after this attack.
Also in health headlines this Monday morning, we're talking about the CDC, who is warning that healthcare workers need to be on the lookout for measles infections. The agency says there has been an uptick in the number of measles cases, with 23 confirmed cases of the measles since December of last year.
CDC says most of the infections involve children and young people who had not been vaccinated against measles, despite the fact that they were eligible. But you know, there are a lot of families that choose not to get that vaccine. So again, 28 cases so far.
Health experts say the babies of women who get COVID while pregnant do stand a higher risk of respiratory issues. So we're getting some updates about this. That is according to a new study published in Nature Communications. They looked at more than 200 pregnant women with COVID. None of the babies tested positive for COVID at birth, but they do say 17% were diagnosed with respiratory distress.
Yeah, that's compared to the normal average of about 5 to 7%. So it's worth noting that obviously COVID can make you feel awful if you get it as an adult, but if you are pregnant, could certainly create complications for your baby. It's 5:52 right now, and decluttering your life. Is this part of a New Year's resolution for you?
Yes.
Yeah, trying to get organized at home and just in general. How decluttering all of your space, including your digital space, can help your mental health.
We're putting our foot down to keep our feet up.
5:54 is the time. Right now, Fox 17 News showing you a live look over on Lower Broadway, all the flashing lights. Listen, our code red meteorologist Greg Bobus was talking about some snow flurries that some of y'all could be seeing this morning, but they're not sticking. Don't worry. We're going to share that full forecast and the chance for more snow flurries later this week in a couple of minutes.
5:55 right now. Some business headlines. Experts weighing in on how experienced workers can land a new job in a competitive market. So if you are looking, maybe this is one of your New Year's resolutions, is to, get out there and find a new career, update your resume. They say to do it without attaching dates to your work experience. That's an interesting change from years past. They're saying instead, put your job experience into something that you might annotate as earlier career.
That's interesting.
In your section.
So even if it's a decade ago, just earlier career section.
Yeah. There are some people, by the way, who say that's a benefit to older workers because it would sometimes dating yourself like that on a resume could be to your detriment. Also, they say to make sure that you join some professional groups and organizations and make sure you do that networking. And if you do get an interview, ask thoughtful questions. And remember that, this is going to maybe get a little bit into the weeds, but Erica, I know you would agree with this. It's as much about, is that place a good fit for you?
Correct.
As, are you a good fit for them?
Yes.
Yeah.
And let's say you do get the job. let's talk taxes. Yes, I'm going to let you know that today is the first day you can send off your tax forms and payments to the federal government or begin awaiting your tax refunds. Taxpayers do have until Monday, April 15th to finish their filings without penalty if they owe taxes, because if you got a job, you got taxes.
That's right.
Oof.
Well, I guess if you like to get after it and get it done early.
I like it done early.
Yeah?
I'm one of those people.
Okay, well,
out of sight, out of mind.
Today is the day you can start doing it.
Procrastination is not a good thing. Taking a look here, getting out the door this morning, what you could be waking up to. Yeah, this is by no means a very organized, in any way, shape, or form weather system that we have ahead of us here. But there are a few areas, a few pockets where we're seeing a little bit of light, yes, snowfall. Taking a look here, circling it in the blue for you. Franklin up through Brentwood, getting up toward Nashville, Old Hickory, Hendersonville, Ashland City. Even scooting its way up toward the north and the west even further. We've had some reports of a few areas near Clarksville about an hour ago where a little bit was actually sticking to some of the surfaces out there. So keep that in mind. And then another batch of some snowfall that we had. This is very, very light. This is not an ongoing system for the rest of the day. And this is not anything to track. It is popping up. It is dying down as quickly as it starts in many areas. Lebanon, out through Carthage, Gordonsville, and Smithville. We'll keep our eyes on the radar for you here about every 5-10 minutes in case anything does get a little more impressive, but we're not really expecting much of anything for today other than a cold start in the 30s. We'll be in the 40s later on this afternoon. Weekend sneak peek. Near normal temperatures. Saturday looking dry. Sunday, there could be a few stray showers late in the day. We'll keep honing in on that forecast throughout the week. Just know that today, by the end of it, you might actually see some sunshine for the first time in a while that lasts more than an hour.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. We continue to follow this crash over here from the east side, I-40 near Briley Parkway. As you make that drive in, authorities have not yet arrived to that particular scene. Just heads up as that driver does have their cautions on. I saw someone up and about walking around here a short time ago. Ooh, dangerous situation if you're up there doing that. Need some cover and need it soon. We're going to check in some other areas of town coming up here in the next few minutes.
Justin, thank you. We're talking about tech news now. Decluttering your phone may just help you lead to a more productive life. That's according to a doctor with the Cleveland Clinic who says studies have shown that digital clutter can negatively impact your mental health. All those emails just piling up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for some folks it can trigger a little anxiety, maybe make you feel stressed. Doctors say that get rid of excessive apps. I've done that recently. I realized I had way too many.
I'm checking my phone.
Some of them thanks to my kids. Apps, too many text messages. Maybe get rid of some of those old text threads. Delete the emails.
Can I tell you how many emails I have?
Sure.
55,000.
Do you want to hear my number?
Yes, go ahead.
Actually, I'm going to show it to you. And
we
you
always talk about this.
We talk about
we
this.
do not.
Okay.
We don't delete our emails.
Read that number out loud.
Oh my gosh, more than 125,000 emails. What? Or I guess they know where we stand now when it comes to digital
It doesn't stress
decluttering.
me out.
Hey, just if you want to go ahead and start doing this, you can start by creating those folders, renaming your folders, just
Sure.
going back, maybe deleting some of those videos. I never delete any videos.
See, and this, I will say, like that inbox number is mostly the junk email. You know what I'm talking about. You signed up to get 10% off, and then all of a sudden they spam you with 20 emails a day to order more stuff. That's kind of where I am.
Stay with us. Our 6 o'clock hour starts right now.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
The debate continues on the release of the Covenant school shooters writings. Now, there is a hearing set for today, and we'll tell you how exactly we got to this point.
A look at our forecast. Your eyes are not deceiving you if you look out the window and you see a few snowflakes. A little light drizzle. Not going to last all day, but we'll take a look at what's out there right now. Help you plan your entire week coming up in your Code Red forecast.
Steer clear traffic takes us to I-40 near Briley Parkway. A disabled vehicle on the shoulder of the road waiting for a little help. We're going to tell you the best ways to steer clear.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 17 News This Morning on this Monday. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
And I'm Erica Glover. We're going to get started this Monday morning talking about what we could see as far as updates, because after 6 lives were taken in the Covenant School mass shooting last year, the debate continues still over the releasing of the shooter's writings.
Yeah, and so for what we're expecting to have happen today on that front, Fox 17 News reporter Peyton Muse joining us live with a preview.
Good morning, Erica and Jen. So there is a hearing set for today around 9:30, and multiple lawsuits were filed against the city for the release of the Covenant School shooters' writings. Now, the Covenant School parents and teachers and the church and the school itself don't want the writings to be released. Now, in November of 2023, Stephen Crowder, host of the Louder with Crowder podcast, shared leaked images of 3 pieces from the Covenant School shooters' writings. Last spring, a judge ruled the parents, the church, and the school could be heard in the hearings. There was a debate regarding whether or not the parents of the Covenant School students were considered victims. The judge decided that their voices will be heard. Now, the National Police Association, Tennessee Firearms Association, the Tennessee Star all filed lawsuits against the city for the writings to be released. Covenant School parents doubled down, saying that releasing the writings adds trauma and are worried that this will be a blueprint for future mass shootings. The decision on the public release of the writings is in the hands of the appellate court, and again, a hearing is set for today at 9:30, and we'll be sure to keep you updated on air and online. Reporting live at Metro Courthouse, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
6:03, looking at your forecast here on a Monday morning, and we're starting off a little on the cooler side. Temperatures are in the 30s right now, and there are a few patches of flurries and light drizzle that have developed around the Nashville area, north, south, east, and west. So if you're seeing them coming down, do not worry about it. Your eyes are not deceiving you, but it's also not anything to be concerned with, because in the next few hours that will all move away. We'll be good to go. Nothing really sticking here, but definitely cold. That is not going away. Every morning for the next 7 days is going to be calm, but relatively on the colder side in the 30s. Here's a look at Doppler radar. Little light rainfall coming down about 2-3 hours ago. Then we got just cold enough to bring in a few of those flurries. And yeah, it definitely could cling to some windshields, to some paved surfaces even, but it's not going to last long. It will definitely melt away pretty quickly. Taking a look here at Doppler radar, and this really is not trackable. Look at how every time we get a new scan over the last 2 hours, it pops up, it dies down, it pops up, it dies down. That's where we're at. Just know that you have to contend with that this morning, getting up and getting out the door. 45 degrees later on this afternoon, 55 degrees tomorrow, and then 40s your temperatures once again on Wednesday. We'll talk about a late Tuesday into early Wednesday weather maker coming up in about 5 minutes from right now.
Clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get a good look at what we're dealing with here at I-40 near Bradley Parkway. You make that drive into town over there from the east side of town as you make that way towards the airport. We are dealing with a disabled vehicle here on the shoulder. No help arrived as of yet, but somebody will be there relatively soon. Same can be said on this drive coming in from Rutherford County, I-24, very close to Waldron Road. Disabled vehicle here on the shoulder. Somebody inside because still see the exhaust coming from the tailpipe here, so someone waiting on a little help. Other than that, we're accident free. We're waiting on the rest of those drive times to come in to let you know exactly what's going on.
Talking about sports now, because the big game is all set. Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers are going to go head-to-head February 11th at Allegiant Stadium. That's over in Las Vegas.
Yeah, of course, we're going to have a winner for the Super Bowl. You got to watch that Niners game right here on Fox 17. That was the NFC Championship game right here last night. Glad to be able to bring that to you, and it was a big one. I don't know about y'all, but if you were watching this, it looked like the Lions were just going to come out roaring in this game, and they did. They were strong right out of the gate, scoring a touchdown on 3 of their first 4 possessions. So the 49ers were down 24-7 at the half, but whatever happened in the locker room at halftime must have worked, because they mounted the comeback.
A wild play as a pass from QB Brock Purdy bounces off a Lions defender, making a touchdown for the next play. Niners got it down to 7-point difference. Then they just really kept on going, right? Scoring 27 points in the back half and getting that Super Bowl spot. Final score 34-31.
Man, first of all, glory to God. He's given us this opportunity, man, and for us, it's a team sport. You know, we knew we had a half left. Defense did their job. The boys on offense took care of business. Coach called a great game, and we had the faithful behind us the whole way, so we love you guys.
Niners will face the Chiefs, who are the defending Super Bowl champions and also preparing for their 4th Super Bowl in 5 years. The Chiefs held off the Baltimore Ravens. Maybe you watched this game too, 17-10 Sunday. Kansas City QB Patrick Mahomes led the offense to 2 touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. And then Travis Kelce, he had 11 catches for 116 yards, breaking the NFL record for postseason receptions.
So here is the matchup. We've got the Niners and the Chiefs. We are going to see that matchup on February 11th. I know a lot of you were pulling for the Lions, you know, just with the history and then, you know, not being there in a very long time, but just not their year, but a great season for them overall. So there's the matchup. We'll have more updates as we get closer right here on Fox 17.
Time to plan your Super Bowl snacks.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Hey, tensions between the Rutherford County School Board and the State Board of Education increasing. We're breaking down those passionate arguments just ahead right here on Fox 17 News.
Rising juvenile crime.
6:09 is the time. In just a few weeks, 3rd graders from across the state of Tennessee will be taking a test that will have a huge impact on their future. Now, if 3rd graders do not pass the state reading test, they could be held back from moving on to the 4th grade or have to go to extra summer school or possibly even get a tutor or some other type of measure to make sure that they do move on. Now, the Rutherford County School Board is frustrated with the State Board of Education and the way that the 3rd grade retention law is being put in place. Officials are accusing the State Board of not having clear standards when it comes to that reading test. Therefore, it's difficult to prepare students for exactly how to get ready for it. They also say the results from the test are back too slow.
My head's spinning, and this is hooey. We did everything that they asked them to do. Our parents did it. They did the tutoring. They went to the summer school. You can't tell me that they didn't show growth. They did. There's no way you could do all that and not show some measure of growth. It has nothing to do with this goop. And I am so sorry for our parents and for our students, and they need to get their act together because this is just ridiculous.
This will definitely fall to districts, and so the PR nightmare that is going to be, it's not going to fall on the Department of Education. It's going to fall on local schools and local districts that look like we don't know what we're doing, and that is my biggest frustration, and that's where parents are going to get frustrated, and we're trying to do everything we can.
Now, the Rutherford County School Board says that last year, 17 3rd graders were held back in their school system because of the 3rd grade reading standards.
6:11. Quick look at your forecast here this morning. Waking up, and there are a few specks of some blue on the radar here to kick off the day. We've got a little light drizzle and also a little bit of light snow coming down here. These are mainly flurries here, but they've not really moved either. This has been very stationary when it comes to what has developed in the last hour. Taking a look, here's 3 hours ago into right now, and you can see popping up and then dying down of everything on the radar. Not really anything we can track. We can just say where it is at in real time. Taking a look here, Lebanon, out through Hartsville, Gordonsville, Carthage, Smithville, Franklin, up toward Ashland City, Nashville, all of these areas seeing some light snowfall. This is not going to last that much longer. Right side of your screen, we are in the 30s. We're very cold to start off the morning compared to last week. So keep that in mind. We're back to winter coats to kick off the day.
All right, everyone, steer clear traffic as you get out the door. Let's check out what's going on here at I-24 Waldron Road as you make that drive in from the south and east side. As you can see, we've got a disabled car here on the shoulder of the road, exhaust still coming from it. That means there's someone still inside there, so we're still waiting on a little help from that particular perspective. But your overall drive times seem to be okay. Hendersonville to downtown in 26 minutes. Murfreesboro getting closer and closer to an hour, 27 minutes coming in from Mount Juliet. Well, coming up, after a trip home should be relaxing, according to some, but one woman came home to a robbery suspect asleep in her home. We're going to have more on that story in just a few. Scary.
Good morning. 6:14 is the time right now. A Franklin County teenager has died after a car crash. Hannah Allen was rounding a curve in Lincoln County when her car hit an embankment and slid down. We understand a 13-year-old in the car with her also is injured.
As we continue getting more updates, we'll be sure to let you know what we learn over on fox17.com. There is also a search for a robbery suspect over in Georgia that ended this week after police found the man hiding in a home. Okay, so this happened over in Roswell. That's about 20 miles north of Atlanta. Tom Reagan spoke with the homeowner and has some more updates and the connections to Middle Tennessee.
I was in the house for 5 hours while he was here.
Gwen Ketchum is remarkably calm as she recounts finding a suspected bank robber hiding in her home. 27-year-old James Rayborn eluded police for days after authorities say he robbed a Roswell bank Monday afternoon. He crashed a truck in Mountain Park and ran, leading to a massive search. Ketchum told me the suspect broke into her home through a window while she was away Wednesday. Later that night, she heard a noise and got up to check the home office. Something was blocking the door.
I reached in and turned on the light, saw his legs right here, turned off the light and left.
Wow, that must have been an incredible shock to see this guy on your floor there.
Something you never expect to see in your house.
Gwen went to her garage and called 911. Police arrived almost immediately. Earlier, they had discovered the suspect was trying to book a rideshare on a computer in Gwen's home.
They had gotten a ping from that, and the IP address for that computer is what actually led them to determine the address.
Despite her frightening encounter with the bank robbery suspect inside her home, Gwen doesn't believe he intended to harm her, that he was asleep or pretending to be.
I have peace with knowing that he didn't want to make contact with me.
Unbelievable.
Gosh.
5 hours? She was in her home for 5 hours.
And seeing the legs, I just cannot even imagine that.
Goosebumps.
Right now, though, he is facing numerous charges, including trespassing and armed robbery. We do have some more updates about that story on our website.
Man, all right, 6:17 right now. Let's get it over to our Code Red meteorologist, Greg Bobus, off of a kind of a dreary weekend in the, in the weather department.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of sun.
When do we see the sun again?
Thursday.
Okay, so
we'll get a few blasts here and there each day where it comes out for a little burst here or there.
You got to catch it. Hope you're outside.
Yes. But the next mainly sunny day we're going to see is going to end up being on Thursday and then into Friday.
Okay. What about Saturday?
Best day of the weekend.
Okay.
So Saturday looking better than Sunday. We'll take a look at it right now. Taking a look at Doppler radar. This is the situation we've worked ourselves into. Some light snow flurries here this morning. Our temperatures were dropping the last several hours. Now we're in the low to middle 30s. We're right in that sweet spot. This is not trackable snow by any means. But let's just take a look at some of the areas where you're going to notice it. And there's even been some light drizzle. Here's the last 3 hours popping up and then dying down very quickly throughout that time frame. But even the Nashville area, Joelton, you get out toward Brentwood, Bellevue, Franklin, all the way down I-65 here is where it's trying to settle in a little bit. And then out toward Lebanon as well, a little bit of light snowfall is making its way to the ground. This is not going to be a big nuisance when it comes to a major weather maker, so just keep that in mind. What to know, temperatures now really do control the forecast overall. No big weather makers are ahead. Morning temperatures will stay in the 30s. A few flakes tomorrow night into Wednesday morning in the Cumberland Plateau as well. And please watch out for potholes. Just because we're not seeing active weather does not mean that the active weather we've had for the last calendar month has not done its job when it comes to making the roads a little rougher. 45 degrees today, 55 degrees tomorrow, 46 on Wednesday. So kind of bouncing around between 40s and 50s for the next 7 days.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. A couple of spots to show for you. Let's get started here. I-40 eastbound near Briley Parkway, that exit over there. You can see a disabled car there on the shoulder, still waiting for a little assistance to come help out that particular vehicle as you make that drive in from the east side. This is very close to the airport, so you can always take Lebanon Pike as the best way to steer clear once something does pop up there in that particular area. As far as help is concerned, that can slow things up for sure. One more thing to show you, and that's a slowdown coming in from Rutherford County. This is on I-24, very close to Sam Ridley Parkway. Could have an accident up here on the shoulder. Still trying to find out more details, but it's a slow roll in. You can take Highway 41 is the best way to steer clear.
Justin, thanks. The Nashville Humane Association is now calling on your help, okay, as the shelter says they're taking in an unprecedented number of homeless puppies since the start of this year. More than 100, in fact.
More than 100 in 20-some days, y'all. So the push is on to find all of these puppies a home or at least foster care. before the resources become too strained at the shelter, which, I mean, they were already, you know, very close to that. So let's check in with Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino with the latest this morning.
Tiny faces that pull at your heart as they eagerly reach for a family. The Nashville Humane Association took in a staggering 119 of these little lives in just the past month, 54 of them in the last week.
Look at these babies, just astronomical. Having 119 puppies come in the first month is overwhelming to our resources. We've really had to tap into our foster homes and put out a lot of pleas for some bedding and some pee pads.
The shelter posting this plea on social media for adoptions and also foster homes, saying in part, whether a weekend or a few weeks, it can save a life.
I've been doing this for 15 years and I've never seen this amount of puppies come to a shelter in a month.
Especially during the winter months. Executive Director Laura Baker
It's a good baby.
Believes this could be a consequence of dogs not getting fixed during the pandemic since medical supplies were reserved for people.
We're 4 years down the road and I think it just magnified. For 6 months to a year, animals weren't sterilized because of COVID, and now we're seeing oops litter after oops litter after oops litter.
The influx of puppies comes as the Nashville Humane Association is already caring for hundreds of other dogs, with hundreds more on wait lists to be transferred in from other shelters.
We have a Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory.
Sheldon is hoping today will be his lucky day, but now Leonard is trying his paw with this same family. Who will get a new home?
We gotta do both.
A chance for double the love.
2 for free.
Brothers indeed.
It's so amazing. I'm excited to take them home.
Now 117 left, waiting for their lives to change and to change someone else's.
Well, if that wasn't just the best ending, so they took them both, and I love that. And Eric and I say all the time, if we could take them all,
we would.
We would. This weekend, you can adopt one of those puppies. Or you can get an adult dog, obviously, but the puppies will have their spay, neutering, microchipping, all their shots updated for $100.
That is a fantastic deal. And if you're interested in fostering, go to the Nashville Humane Association's website. But we have all the information that you really need in this story. If you want to watch it again, go to fox17.com. Oh, it's one of our trending stories.
They went for one and they left with two.
It happens. Hey, 6:22 is the time, showing you a live look at the Nashville skyline. Nissan Stadium over there. We're tracking some snow flurries. Going to show you some videos of that throughout our newscast. Stay with us.
Our clients are never just enough.
6:25, Fox 17 News is following some breaking news this Monday morning. Want to let you know TBI is investigating over in Finch's County after the agency says a Jamestown police officer shot and injured an armed man. Now, TBI says officers were sent out after a 911 call last night reported a man with a gun in Jamestown. After finding him, an officer fired, hitting the man, and he was then taken to the hospital. No police officers were hurt. And now the TBI says they are looking into how all of this unfolded. They want to get some more updates. Of course, we'll share any updates that we learn with you on air and online at fox17.com.
6:25 is the time, and a crash in South Nashville has left one person dead and 3 others hurt. And the crash involved a Ford Focus and a Chevy Malibu.
We understand the 3 people in the Ford went to the hospital with injuries. Police say that we had a 25-year-old named Christina Holt Macklin who died in the crash. The driver of the Malibu, who police say crossed the double yellow line and then hit that Focus head on, has non-life-threatening injuries.
Now, police have identified the driver of that Malibu as 24-year-old Adrian Edwin. They are working to have his blood tested after he reportedly admitted to officers that he had been drinking alcohol prior to the crash.
6:26 right now. Weather headline of the morning is the no worry flurries. Yeah, we've got some snow flurries this morning. This is a brand new video just into us from Ryan in Robertson County, who says, yep, here it is, coming down. You also might be waking up to some flurries in Sumner County this morning, and Greg has been tracking flurries even south of Nashville. Now, I mentioned this is the no worry flurries. Okay, this isn't sticking. This shouldn't cause any, issues. Kids, you're going to school. But if you do have great pictures or videos of the snow this morning, we'd love to see yours. Great way to send them to us is by scanning that QR code right there. It'll take you straight to the app. You can get updates there. You can also send us your pictures and videos through the Chime In section.
If you are going to school out there, a couple of things to contend with. Let's get started on the north side. That's going to be 65 and 24 in that drive-in. You can see Metro Police on the scene of that van that's been abandoned there on the shoulder of the road. Unsure exactly what's going on with that, but it is slowing things down just a little bit. The other slowdown coming to us from I-24 near Sam Ridley Parkway. This is over near the Smyrna area. Backup starting to develop there because of a disabled vehicle up ahead of them. It's tough to see it, but we can certainly see the backup. That overall drive time over an hour now coming in from Murfreesboro.
The debate continues on the release of the Covenant School mass shooters' writings. Continues. There's a hearing later today. We'll tell you how we got here.
When your door is always open.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
6:30 is the time, showing you a live look at that Nashville skyline. Looking gloomy out there. We're tracking when sunshine is going to be in the forecast. Also, some no-worry flurries.
Steer clear traffic this morning coming in from the north side, 65 at 24. Things are about to get a little slower now that TDOT has arrived. We'll tell you the best ways to steer clear.
And a very good Monday morning to you. Thanks for starting your day with us on Fox 17 News This Morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
And I'm Erica Glover. We're going to get started with some new updates this Monday morning. We're talking about how after 6 lives were taken in the Covenant School mass shooting last year, the debate is continuing on releasing the shooter's writings. And we could get some more information today.
Yes, in fact, that's what we're looking ahead to right now. Fox 17 News reporter Peyton Muse joining us live outside of the courthouse to explain what's on tap for today.
Good morning, Erica and Jen. So later today, there's a hearing set right at this courthouse around 9:30 this morning. Now, there were multiple lawsuits filed against the city for the release of the Covenant School shooters' writings. Now, and Covenant School parents and the school, the church, they don't want those writings released to the public. And in November of 2020, Crowder, host of the Louder with Crowder podcast, shared leaked images from 3 pages of the shooter's writings. Last spring, a judge ruled the parents, the church, and the school could be heard in the hearings. There was debate around whether or not the Covenant School parents could be considered victims, and a judge decided that their voices can be heard. Now, the National Police Association, the Tennessee Firearms Association, the Tennessean, and the Tennessee Star filed lawsuits against the city for the writings to be released. Now, Covenant School parents say the release of the writings adds trauma, and they're worried that this will be a blueprint for future mass shootings. The decision on the release of the shooter's writings is in the hands of the appellate court. Now, a hearing again today is set for around 9:30 this morning, and we will keep you up to date both on air and online. Reporting live downtown, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Peyton, thank you. Hey, Greg, I have a question for you.
Yes.
No worry flurries.
No worry flurries, yes.
We're seeing them.
So they're pretty, but they're not impactful.
Okay.
They just give you a little smile on a Monday morning.
I like what Jen said. Kids, you're going to school. Don't even stress.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even think about it.
That's one of those things we might go, Ma, Dad, look.
Nope.
Look.
Nope.
No.
Get dressed.
Get moving. And you're getting out the door. Taking a look here. Clouds are in control. Small rain chances throughout the week compared to the last 3 weeks we've had. This is the easiest one to get through. Just know, get the winter coat too before you're sending the kids out the door, because it's going to be cold every morning this week. Sun later in the week, and you'll get a few little flashes here and there throughout the week of it on your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But Thursday, our next really good chance to work into unlimited sunshine throughout the day. 45 later on this afternoon. This morning is in the 30s. We'll take a look at that radar and a few of those no worry flurries here coming up in a few minutes. Right now, we'll get you out the door and on the road. Justin?
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Take a look at I-24 near Hickory Hollow Parkway. We are dealing with some debris out there in the road. This is not a pothole. This is something that has fell off the back of something else that was going by here, and now it's causing a bit of a slowdown. So heads up as you make that drive in. You don't want that to give you a bad Monday, whatever that is, there on I-24. Here we are from the north side. This is going to be I-65 coming in near Trinity Lane. You can see they're looking like they're trying to help out maybe with a flat tire or something there with a couple of vehicles. Metro Police on the scene. TDOT is now there. You can take Ellington Parkway as the best way to try and steer clear.
Justin, thank you. 6:34 right now in your community. A 17-year-old Sumner County girl is right now in the fight of her life after breaking her spinal cord in a sledding accident about a week ago. But we're getting some updates now on how she's doing.
Yeah, Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino telling us about this Westmoreland community that is now sending up prayers along with her family for a complete recovery.
Musical talent passed down from her parents, a wide, dimpled smile, and a homecoming queen's crown. Mary Atkins is 4 months away from her 18th birthday.
She's sweet and she's always happy.
But 7 days ago, Mary suffered a jolting accident. After a heavy round of winter snow, Mary and her friends went sledding in nearby Bethpage.
Like, I had a bad feeling. I don't know, it's like instinct.
A premonition felt by Mary's mother, Emerlyn, that would sadly come to pass. Mary and her friends were sledding down a hill on a bedliner when they struck a fence post, Mary going unconscious.
The boyfriend said, "Come, you need to come."
Mary was med-flighted to Vanderbilt's trauma center and had emergency surgery on her spinal cord. She broke the C5 bone in her neck.
I was praying and I was like talking to God, you know.
All of this just 7 months after Mary's father had passed, leaving Emerlyn, a single mother, and her 2 children without a dad.
It's like, how much could I handle? More handle, you know?
Emerlyn's oldest daughter must now navigate a future left undetermined by doctors, but Mary continues to keep her remarkable smile every day in the hospital.
And even the nurses said, I can't believe her.
Mary was willing to talk to us on the phone. 3 days in, she's regaining sensation in her limbs.
I can feel some in my legs and my toes. I can move my arms.
Mary and her mother thanking their connection with God.
And prayers are working and I'm gonna keep my faith.
And Mary's evident strength within.
Wow, Mary and her family say they are grateful for all the support so far, especially from their community.
Yeah, so thanks so much to Westmoreland. Y'all just keep rallying around this family. There is a GoFundMe that is set up right now that can help Mary when she goes to Atlanta for rehab, and we've got that linked for you at fox17.com.
Well, a tale of 2 Texas. The tough choice for Hendersonville voters that they're going to have to make this week after the break.
Hi, I'm Sally. I'm from...
Good morning, Tim. Right now, 6:39, taking a look at the big picture, and then we'll hone it back home here. But the big picture is really good. Most of the entire country not seeing much when it comes to significant weather. That includes back home. However, there are a few of those flurries that are out there this morning for us, and that will continue for the next hour or two. Most of our weather makers are pushing off to the east and well away from us. Not much going to happen this week. One more chance between now and Friday of any additional precipitation. That's going to be late in the day tomorrow. Could see a few scattered rain showers and maybe even a few snowflakes that mention our name here in the Cumberland Plateau late tomorrow. But other than that, not a whole lot happening. Mainly cloudy, though, to begin the day. Looking very gloomy, a little on the cold side. Temperatures are in the 30s to start today, middle 40s, and the potential, here's noon, to see a few little bursts of sunshine today. We'll look ahead to our next completely sunny day and then continue to track yourselves into the weekend. We're going to finally flip the calendar to a brand new month. Does that mean a brand new weather pattern? That's the big thing we'll discuss in a few minutes.
Steer clear traffic. We're about to see something fairly unusual, I think, on I-24 as you make that drive out there from the Antioch area. What you're seeing is TDOT, and TDOT is going full reverse right now on I-24, so heads up. The truck is going backwards. It's not going forwards. The truck is going backwards. And it is going back to try and pick up that piece of debris that is out there. So they're trying to get those cars back behind it to move over here. Again, this is on 24, very close to the Bell Road exit here, Hickory Hollow. They've zoomed out so you really can't see it. But the TDOT truck here, again, is moving backwards. It is backing up and trying to find that piece of debris that is out here on the roads. And as soon as they find it, they'll get it out of the way. I have never seen them do this. I have never seen them. Normally they go and they turn around and come back. I've never seen them go full reverse like this, trying to get to the debris. So this is a little different. So watch out for them there. Yeah, you move over, move. TDOT's coming through. Move. I know you're not used to seeing it, but move. So again, we're making note of this because I've never seen. I didn't know they did this. So they'll get out there. They're coming backwards and they'll move that debris out the way so you can continue on. We'll continue to watch the unusual movements out there of TDOT coming up here in the next few minutes.
Right now, we're also getting some more breaking news information, including how overnight TBI says Hamilton County deputies, they shot and killed a man suspected of kidnapping a child and then assaulting an officer. The TBI says a car chase began over in Georgia. Deputies joining the chase in Tennessee, though, and then stopping the man's car with spike strips. Okay, the man identified as 31-year-old Tyler Roberts reportedly shot at police as they fired back, hitting and killing him. The child, though, was safely removed from the car, but 2 Hamilton County deputies were hurt and taken to the hospital. The TBI is investigating how all of this happened, getting some more updates for you here on Fox 17 News this Monday morning. Also coming up, finding the motivation to get fit and then stay fit. Why one woman says her life was saved by one particular exercise. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Time right now 6:44. Local headlines. We go to Sumner County, where if you live in Hendersonville, you are going to be asked to choose between 2 tax increases. The mayor says this would be to avoid drastic cuts in your city services.
Well, inflation has taken a toll on the city's budget. I think they're not alone. Mayor Jamie Cleary says the only way to avoid layoffs in the police and fire departments is to raise taxes. So there is going to be a referendum March 5th. Residents are being asked to approve a half-cent sales tax increase. The alternative, though, is a 39% property tax increase. The sales tax hike, listen, would cost the average family $75 a year versus $277 for the property tax. So y'all be the judge of this.
All right, coming up March 5th in Hendersonville. All right, question for you. How's that New Year's resolution going?
It's going pretty good.
Good. Well, a lot of people start with good intentions, but so many times we just give up before January even ends.
Ouch. Fox News' Kim Ratcliffe wants to introduce you, though, to a 65-year-old woman whose commitment to exercise, she says, has saved her life. And she also says, hey, y'all can do the same.
All right, and then you're going to give me 5 squats.
She may live all the way in Bladen County, but for the past 6 years, Teen Hall has been making the long trek into Wilmington. 3 times a week, Hall drives an hour to take an exercise class at CrossFit Reignited, a class that she says changed her life.
And I'm a diabetic. I was taking 4 shots a day, now I'm down to 1. When I first walked to the gym, I couldn't get up off the floor. I had to crawl to something to help me get up, and then it was a struggle. And now I don't have to do that anymore.
We're going to get 6 med ball push press with our wall ball.
Hall has now gone from crawling to confident,
6 reps on your own,
throwing around 10-pound medicine balls and deadlifting 250 pounds.
What?
Hall has also dropped 60 pounds, which has greatly improved her overall quality of life.
My back don't hurt anymore. My knees don't hurt anymore. I can walk up steps. I can run. I can lift. I can do what I was doing when I was 20 years old.
Hall takes part in the Forever Fit class, which has a focus on seniors.
So the average age is anywhere mid-60 to 70. A lot of them are independent, and they don't want to have to go to nursing homes. They want to be able to do as much as they can for as long as they can by themselves. And we always joke in our class, I prepare them to fall so they can get back up. They don't need Life Alert.
Instead, they only need the will to try something out of their comfort zone.
It's pretty cool because they actually surprise themselves. They look at something and I'll show them that, and they're like, you want me to do that? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, do it. And then the next thing they know, they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I could do that.
Hall's message to others, take that first step.
Anybody my age, please don't give up on yourself and keep moving.
I mean, to me, it's just a reminder that it does not matter what your age is. You can get out there, you can get it done. Just stay motivated.
I love that. And what a great coach, too.
Absolutely.
I like what she said. She said, I teach you how to get back up when you fall, because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so, to just keep picking yourself back up, both, I think, emotionally and physically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My mom always says that she is staying fit because it is a lot of work chasing after a grandchild.
Whatever your motivation might be, that story right there is one that I think can be a good one for all of us.
I think some sunshine motivation is what I really want in the forecast.
I'll have the best that I can.
That does make it easier.
Doesn't it? It's so gloomy right now. It really is.
Yeah.
And there are some areas we've been seeing where there was a little snow flurry.
Yeah.
Flurry.
Well, maybe one or two. And we just heard from Bart Barker. He's with Wilson County Schools, and he sent us a video on Twitter saying they're seeing a couple of flurries. School is in.
Get the backpack.
School is in.
Get the winter coat, ditch the shorts for today and wear pants. We're in the 30s. Go back to how we're supposed to be doing here in the winter. And yeah, this is not one of those snow flurry events where we're going to be closing businesses and closing schools and stuff. That's not the case for this morning. Temperatures become the story. Honestly, more than anything else for the entire week, no big weather maker ahead of us. Mornings will be in the 30s the entire week. A few flakes late tomorrow into Wednesday possible. Once again, this time for the Cumberland Plateau. Watch for potholes. All the flurries that are out there right now, they're not even trackable flurries because they fire up, they die down, they move away. They're not going in a consistent pattern in any direction. We just have a very saturated atmosphere, meaning there's a lot of moisture to work with, and it's just cold enough to spark a couple of these little light flurries. Taking a look here out the door for you Monday. Temperature's going to stay in the 30s. That's not just us going to work, kids, school. Get the backpacks again and get the pants. Take a look here. 30s the entire morning. We're not getting up to 40 degrees until noon. And as everyone's getting home later today, high temperatures only in the middle 40s. So pretty cool from start to finish for this one.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
This skier is turning a winter wonderland into a winter funderland with a mixture of parasailing and skiing called paraskiing. And this drone video captures the beauty of wild horses south of Salt Lake City and Provo, and a view of the full moon rising over Lone Peak, Utah.
For more content like this, like the National Weather Desk on Facebook.
Steer clear traffic for you at 6:50. Let's get a good look at what we're dealing with out there. We picked up something the last few moments that could impact you on the drive coming in near Ellington Parkway. This is going to be Briley Parkway at Ellington Parkway as you try to get on to Ellington going northbound here. So if you are making that drive here along Briley, want to take that Ellington Parkway exit going north towards Madison, you can't do that this morning. The exit is shut down. They've shut it off right here. You can see where TDOT is. The reason behind that is someone's lost control, ended up over here in the grass. So they've shut down the entire ramp right now as you make that drive in. So heads up from that area. You want to try to use Gallatin Pike instead, Dickerson Road, anything but trying to use Ellington because you can't get there going this route. Other drive times this morning, we're now up to 74 minutes coming in from Murfreesboro, 65 minutes coming in from Clarksville. We'll continue to watch these two drives and that mess up there near Briley and Ellington in a few minutes.
Right now, we're following international headlines. President Biden vowing retaliation after a drone strike in Jordan killed 3 U.S. Army soldiers and wounded at least 25 others.
Yeah, U.S. officials say it happened at an outpost near Syria's border. This marks the first time that our U.S. troops have been killed by enemy fire in the Middle East since Israel's war in Gaza began. Officials in Jordan claim the strike happened on Syria's side of the border, but U.S. officials insist it happened in Jordan. We are waiting on an update from the White House this morning. Just as soon as that comes in, we'll be bringing it to you live through 9.
Also, a grim task is closing one chapter of a horrifying U.S. natural disaster last year. Officials in Maui say they have now been able to give a name to the last of 100 victims that died in the wildfires last August. Lydia Coloma is the last confirmed victim, and her family, they have now been notified, getting some closure for them. The wildfires destroying much of Lahaina and other parts of Maui back on August 8th. Now, the cause of the fire has yet, even months later, yet to be determined.
Just a few minutes before 7 o'clock, and still to come here on Fox 17 News this morning, we're going to talk about how to navigate the job market, especially if you are in your 40s and up. Okay, a couple of must-do pieces of information from the experts that can help you start your new career.
I was driving on the highway as I came to...
Welcome back. We're taking a live look this Monday morning, showing you a look over on Broadway, where it's always busy, always bustling, always sharing a lot of lights over there.
Yeah, so we can see a few crews that are doing some road work and whatnot associated with the construction downtown. Otherwise, pretty quiet week for Bridgestone Arena, but we'll keep you updated on all the happenings there as we are your live local news source from 7 to 9 a.m.
And we also want to let you know that you can score with the big game trivia. Grab your phone to scan the QR code that's right here on your screen for your chance to win a $100 Visa gift card. Register to play Big Game Trivia Contest. Your football knowledge could win you a $100 prepaid debit card or a chance to be the lucky $5,000 weekly winner. Ooh, that would help. Good luck.
All right, let's get to the story I told you about just a moment ago. This is a business headline for your Monday. We have experts now weighing in on how experienced workers can land a new job in a competitive market. And when we say experienced, what we're talking about here, according to the experts, is people who are 40 or older. So they're recommending to update your resume without attaching a date to your work experience. They say it will date you. Instead, they say put your previous jobs into a section on your resume that you give a headline, earlier career. Okay. They say to tailor your cover letter, of course, for each application, but you would do that anyways. Join some professional groups and keep networking. Even if you're 40 and older, that doesn't mean you can't get in some good networking. And if you do get that interview, ask thoughtful questions, of course. And remember that this is as much about them interviewing you as it is you interviewing them.
Yes.
To make sure it's the right fit.
And we're also talking about a date that maybe some folks don't necessarily love. Today is the first day you can send off your tax forms and payments to the federal government or begin awaiting your tax refunds. Taxpayers have until Monday, April 15th to finish their filings without penalties if they owe taxes.
I mean, if you know you're going to get some money back, might as well do it now.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You know, get it back sooner.
That's the right way to think about it.
Sooner the better in that case, for sure. Taking a look here. Do you recognize your car anymore? Do you walk outside and go, that's not what I bought. I don't even know what color this thing is anymore. After the rain and the snow and all the ice we had the last few weeks, if you've been itching to get a good car wash, this week is going to be primo for it. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, even into Thursday and Friday, more dry times than anything else. So we're going to give it green lights here today, tomorrow, and on your Wednesday. As far as out the door for the weekend, if you're going to pick one of the other 2 days or one of the 2 days, you're going to pick Saturday to be outside because 52 degrees and only 48. It's not a big temperature drop into Sunday. However, a few stray showers cannot be ruled out for your Sunday. Coming up as we go into our 7 o'clock half hour, becoming only live and local news source, we'll take a look ahead at your 7-day forecast. And also, we're talking about a few flurries, not just this morning that have been out there. I've got one more chance in the 7-day that we'll find a few snowflakes that are possible.
Steer clear traffic right now. We have this situation that's been unfolding for the last little bit at I-65 at the, let's see, this is the I-24 junction. Yeah, few cars over here along with police and TDOT tending to that white van that's been there for, like I said, quite some time, but I'm going to try to get this resolved. A little bit of a stack up here, a brake check as folks are coming by, but otherwise nothing that's worth a detour. We'll check in again on Steer Clear Traffic in just a few minutes.
In tech news now, decluttering your phone may just help lead to a more productive life. There is a doctor over with the Cleveland Clinic who says studies have shown that digital clutter can negatively impact your mental health, triggering anxiety and stress. Okay, we're talking about all the emails, perhaps more photos and videos, just clogging up your phone or your laptop.
Too many apps, too many text threads. That's one thing I need to be better about, going in and getting rid of old text threads.
I need to be better about just replying to the text in the first place.
Okay, well, there's that too. So if you need to do a little bit of a digital audit, maybe just declutter your cell phone and whatnot, that could just free up a little bit more quiet space in your mind if you are focusing on that, especially here in the new year.
Yeah, they also say go ahead and just maybe clear out that folder, make a name for the folder, save those important emails. Just make way for a new year, new emails.
Making way for a new hour. 7 o'clock hour starts right now here on Fox 17 News This Morning.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
New this Monday morning on Fox 17 News, it has been a long road to healing and recovery for Covenant School students and parents. Now attorneys with the Covenant School shooters' writings are talking about how this case is heading back to court. We're going to have an update as the debate continues.
And look at the forecast for you here today. We're starting off with a couple of flurries that are out there. Not going to be a big deal for today, but one more chance for the snow word in the forecast coming up here in a few minutes.
Steer clear traffic takes us to the north side. This is going to be Ellington Parkway at Briley. It's shut down right now. The ramp is because of a crash there. If you look closely, you may be able to find it. If not, I can point it out for you coming up in just a second.
We're going to begin, though, by thanking you for waking up with us here on a Monday morning for Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover.
I'm Jennifer Waddell. Glad to be your live local news team, always here for you through 9 a.m. And we begin this hour talking about a big story that's been making headlines for months now. Nearly 9 months ago is when the battle started over whether to release the Covenant shooters' writings to the public.
Several organizations filed a lawsuit last April, and a hearing is going to happen later this morning.
Fox 17 News reporter Amanda Chin has been covering this lawsuit since we first learned about it. She joins us with the latest now and what we're expecting today.
Good morning, Jen and Erica. Well, this is a debate that those in support of the release feel very strongly about, and the same can be said for those who are opposed. Now, after several months of pause, a judge will again hear from both sides this morning. Now, this comes after the National Police Association, the Tennessee Firearms Association, the Tennessean, and the Tennessee Star filed a lawsuit calling for the release of the Covenant shooters' writings. But the lawsuit has come with its fair share of challenges. The judge will allow the Covenant parents, school, and church to intervene in the case and state why they are very much against the release of these documents. But the petitioners appealed that decision, where ultimately the Tennessee Court of Appeals sided with the Covenant parents.
Okay, Amanda, what else are you expecting to get from this hearing today? I know you're going to be heading out this morning.
Yeah, so there is another motion the petitioners have filed. They would like the list of records the judge was able to see to be released to the public. So right now, the list that the judge has been able to see has only been made available to the attorneys. So he feels that the public has a right to know the actual list, let's say Journal 1, Journal 2, Journal 3, of what the judge has actually been able to review. I spoke on the phone with the attorney last week just to get some clarification on that. So that's another decision the judge will be making this morning.
And it'll be interesting to see, too, with regards to that decision, whether that will open up something in the next decision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're also expected to hear from Covenant parents and those, personally affected by the tragic shooting. So.
Okay, Amanda Chin, thank you so much. And be sure to follow you on social media because you'll have updates throughout this morning.
Yep, I'll be at the hearing
later this evening. All right.
Just about 7:03 right now, and we have an update now to a story out of Lincoln County. This morning we have learned that a car crash has claimed the life of a teenager. This is according to Tennessee Highway Patrol. The crash happening around 1 p.m. Saturday, right near Rambo Road. Hannah Allen has now been identified as the driver who lost control of that car after hitting a wall.
We're also getting some more updates, including how she is being remembered by her peers this Monday morning. Huntland Schools making a post saying, quote, "Her sweet spirit will be deeply missed by everyone around campus. Our thoughts and prayers are with her family." And we're also learning a 13-year-old passenger is now recovering from injuries. We'll be sure to update you right here on Fox 17 News as we get some more information.
And we go to Goodlettsville this morning with continuing coverage as a second teenager has now been arrested after a deadly home invasion in Goodlettsville. Police tell us 19-year-old Terry Richardson is now behind bars this morning, charged with homicide and attempted homicide.
We've been tracking this story since last week. It comes after the January 19th home invasion over at the Retreat Apartments. Investigators say this vehicle, I know it's blurry, but this vehicle on your screen was used by the suspects. Well, over the weekend, police also charging a 15-year-old in this particular case. The violent home invasion sent 2 people to the hospital. Richardson is due in court Tuesday and currently is held with no bond.
And Fox 17 News always working to keep you updated, especially every weekday morning, so you can get more reporting on our local, regional, national headlines delivered right to your inbox every morning when you wake up. You can sign up for our daily newsletter right now at fox17.com.
We're going to check in now with our co-red meteorologist, Greg Bobis, who says sunshine, maybe. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. You'll get a few peaks of it here and there, not a whole lot. Right now, we are very gloomy. We're cold. Temperatures are in the 30s on the right side of your screen. We're bundling up for this time around. Even a couple of light snow flurries have been on and off throughout this morning. Not really trackable. They're not attached to a weather maker. They're just eating up what's left of the atmosphere from over the weekend and giving us a little bit of light snowfall. that's not going to be a problem. Clouds in control, small rain chances throughout the entire week. Honestly, most of the week is going to stay completely dry, but that sunshine later this week. We're talking Thursday into Friday. We're back to winter coats every morning. We're going to keep it a little bit colder. Here is what I mean by not trackable. Look at the last 3 hours. Just a couple little specks of blue that pop up and then they die down. Even zooming it back in here to home, you can see some of the areas that are seeing a little bit of that right now. Nashville down through Brentwood, Franklin, up toward Greenbrier. You get up near Springfield, and then even out toward Lebanon, we've seen a couple of light snowflakes this morning. Nothing to write home about, but just definitely some flurry action that's out there. 45 degrees later this afternoon, 55 degrees tomorrow, then back to the 40s on Wednesday. And as I said, every night here for the next 7, going to be cold in the 30s, so start bundling up each morning.
Steer clear traffic as you make your way out and about this morning. All right, let's get to that situation north of town. This is going to be Briley Parkway, very close to Ellington Parkway. They've got the exit shut down right now. So if you were trying to take Briley, where you would jump off here on Ellington to go north towards Madison, you're not going to be able to do that right now. They've got the entire ramp shut down because of this crash. This car, yeah, it doesn't belong there. At some point, it came off the road. You can see a tow truck is now there with their flatbed, and they're going to begin the process of trying to tow this out of there. You can also see a couple of other vehicles there in place to try and deal with that. So until they get that reopened, you may want to try to use things like Dickerson Pike or Gallatin Road mainly to get it past some of that. Graycroft perhaps if you're over in that area. Other than that, we're doing okay. This is the drive coming down from Vietnam Veterans Boulevard near Gallatin Pike. As you can see, traffic doing well there coming down from Sumter County this morning. We're going to get you the very latest on your drive times coming up here in the next few minutes. But before I do, I want to tell you about the debate going on in Rutherford County. The school board really frustrated with the State Board of Education about the 3rd grade retention law. Coming up, we're going to tell you why one school board member says she wouldn't mind if the entire Department of Education went away.
Hey everybody, it's Mr. 35.
7:09 is the time. In just a few weeks, 3rd graders across the state will be taking a test that's going to have a huge impact on their future. If 3rd graders do not pass the state reading test, they could be held back from moving on to the 4th grade. Or at the very least, they'll have to go through some portions of summer school to make sure their reading level is where it needs to be. Now, the Rutherford County School Board has become very frustrated with the State Board of Education. They say that the board has been very unclear when it comes to their reading standards and says that it's very hard to get students for a test that they don't really even know what's going to be on it exactly. They also say the results from the test are coming back way too slowly for them to take the proper action. Now, Tammy Sharp is a member of the school board there in Rutherford County. She says that she's gotten 0 results from the state board.
This doesn't have to be like this. We have, this is my 6th year on the school board. We have never had someone in the Department of Education that has helped us. I've not had one teacher come to me and say, Tammy, the Department of Education helped me with this or helped me with that. We could do away with the Department of Education and still function as a school system across the state of Tennessee. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, last year, 17 3rd graders were held back in Rutherford County because of the 3rd grade reading standards.
Time right now closing in on 7:11, taking a look at your forecast, getting ready to go to the bus stop this morning. 35 degrees, only goes to 38 by 10 o'clock, cold the entire morning. We don't get above 35, 36 degrees until that time, and we don't get above 40 degrees until 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. So it's a very slow progression of temperature. Also fairly cloudy and a few light snow flurries still coming down for us here. A gloomy winter day for us from start to finish. Not a whole lot of sunshine. Clouds, wind until about Thursday into Friday of the forecast. Cloudy, but mainly calm, which is nice. So at least the majority of our hours are going to be dry. Not a whole lot of wind and not many causes for concern. So for those reasons, we're going to keep the arrow right there and the all clear for code red and just say we're not going to be in alert mode anytime soon. But yes, the sun coming up and we're seeing a lot of clear sky out there. Visibility tracker, not an issue for us here this morning. It was quite a bit of the time last week. Anticipation is no really big foggy spots here for us as we go throughout the rest of this week. Coming up in the next check of your code red forecast, we'll look at your 7-day forecast and we'll find the few hours of today that could work into some sunshine.
clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get you another look at that crash up there on the Briley Parkway area. Briley Parkway, very close to Ellington Parkway. We've got that car that came way off the road, ended up down here in the grassy area. The tow truck decided, I'm going to get down in there with you and pull it out of there. And that's exactly what they're doing now. So they've got the ramp shut off in the meantime. Unsure exactly how this happened, but the car went way off the road there, and they've shut down that ramp there from the Briley Parkway area to Ellington there on the north side. If you need to go towards Madison, you want to take Dickson or Gallatin. That's the best way to steer clear of that. Here are your drive times right now this morning. 65 minutes in from Clarksville, 72 from Murfreesboro, 37 from Hendersonville. But coming up on Fox 17 News this morning, we've got the very latest on an inmate who is sending local authorities on high alert. We're going to tell you how the new charges he's facing is causing Putnam County jail officials to do a little better as far as keeping them locked away.
A popular East Nashville bar and restaurant suffers a difficult loss. What's next for Rosemary and Beauty Queen after it caught fire over the weekend?
With the Freestyle Libre 3 system.
At 7:15, an Operation Crime and Justice this morning on Fox 17 News, waltzing right out of jail, an escapee from the Putnam County Jail, back behind bars though, but facing new charges.
All right, here we go. Police say the man you see right here is Jack Janes, and he escaped the jail by just walking out through a door that was accidentally left unlocked. So to Erica's point, he just walked right on out. He is a convicted felon and sex offender, considered armed and dangerous when the alert first went out. And now he is facing, as you guessed it, all kinds of new charges, an additional 6 years as well behind bars.
An unlocked door. Okay. We also have an update this morning as a popular East Nashville bar and restaurant is now dealing with the aftermath of a fire.
Devastating for one of our local businesses. The doors are closed and it happened over the weekend. Fox 17 News' Peyton Muse joining us live right now outside of that bar in East Nashville to talk about the impact to the community.
Good morning, Erica and Jen. So we're at the backside of Rosemary and Beauty Queen, and it caught fire on Saturday, early Saturday morning, and you could see they've made some progress. The backside of the bar is the Rosemary portion. Queen is the other portion, the other side of the bar, and the owner says that this is about a 109-year-old Victorian home, and they do not know how this happened. The owner of the bar now is working to recover as much of the building as he can so they can open as quickly as possible. Nashville Fire Department says no one was inside at the time of the fire and no injuries, thankfully. Andrew Mishka is one of the owners, and he says he was shocked that this happened and just hopes the building is salvageable.
The damage appears to be primarily, at least from what we can tell, primarily to the exterior of the building and the deck. Unfortunately, it was contained just to Rosemary here in the front. Nothing made it to Beauty Queen in the back, as far as we can tell. We'll find out more in the coming days.
No word yet on what caused the fire. The Rosemary and Beauty Queen bar and restaurant has set up a GoFundMe for donations for their staff, as they say this will be a big hit for the 40 people who worked there. And Nashville's fire department says the investigation is ongoing. Rosemary and Beauty Queen's GoFundMe is on our website, so you can head over to fox17.com if you'd like to donate. Reporting live in East Nashville, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your Cartered station.
Alrighty. Peyton, thank you very much. And 7:18 is your time right now. We've been tracking the forecast for you this morning. A few little pop-up snow flurries here and there. Nothing to get in the way of your commute or the bus stop.
No.
Or the kids going back to school.
Just kind of fun to look at. But nothing that's going to give you, yeah, I know. And every kid sitting there is going,
Well, and listen, Greg, I have heard, I don't know if you have, although I'm sure folks have probably approached you, about what the Farmer's Almanac is talking about later in February.
Are you going to Farmer's Almanac me?
No, I'm not. I'm asking if you've been hearing the questions like I have.
Yes, I've been asked all the questions about all the things. Let's just focus on the here and now.
Let's
because you know what, Jen, this is the first week we've had of the entire new year.
Let's enjoy it, right?
We're not in code red. Let's live in the moment and embrace the fact we're actually good for right now. We're staying cloudy though early on this week, today, tomorrow, and into Wednesday. We'll keep this calmer pattern going as well. Yes, there are a few flurries out there as we're starting off the day. They're really pop up and die down variety flurries. So just a couple of flakes that you may see, a couple of them stick, and then they're gone later on today. Don't even worry about it. Calm pattern leads to a chilly start to the week, though, when it comes to morning temperature. We'll eventually get rid of the clouds, and then our nights get even colder. It's like pulling away the blanket at night when you're trying to sleep, and you get that chill that settles in for you. Taking a look, here is the Doppler, and this is the last 3 hours. Look at the progression. Pop up, die down, pop up, die down. That's how the whole morning has been so far. So if you catch a little area of drizzle or a couple of these light little flurries, they're not going to last long and they will be out of here. Taking a look, get some lunch if you want to. 39 degrees at 11 o'clock, 41 at 1 p.m. Not much warmer. Temperatures today only going to be in the middle 40s when it comes to the afternoon highs. So a cool day. Tomorrow a little bit better, 55 degrees, and then back down to 46 on Wednesday. We'll slide back into the 50s on Thursday and Friday. Those 2 days are by far the best 2 days in the forecast. And if you want the best day of the weekend, that is going to be on Saturday. Slight chance for a few isolated rain showers on Sunday.
Steer clear traffic this morning. All right, we picked up something new to tell you about. This one's going to be on the Bradley Parkway area, very close to Lebanon Pike in the Donaldson area. You can see we've got a vehicle going the wrong way here. Okay, it's facing the wrong direction. Metro Police on the scene to take care of that. It is slowing things down back behind it quite a bit as you make that drive in from Donaldson. Give yourself an extra 10 to 15 minutes to deal. We've also been watching this here on the, so this is going to be, I believe, I-40 down below. This is the ramp to Bradley up above. We've been seeing crews out here doing some work, we believe, on the possibly repairing some of the potholes in that area. So please give them space to operate. Other than that, we're good to go in most areas. A couple of drive times to tell you about coming down from Clarksville. We're going to get to that coming up in a few.
Justin, thank you. Also coming up, a 17-year-old Sumner County girl is now in the fight of her life. How a fun day in the snow turned into a nightmare and how you can help.
Monday, Tony winner.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Some heartbreaking news to tell you about out of Sumner County. A 17-year-old Sumner County girl is now facing the fight of her life. This is after breaking her spinal cord, and it all happened during a sledding accident.
Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino had a chance to speak with her family. The entire Westmoreland community is now rallying around her, sending up prayers, and they've also created a GoFundMe account. Here's Kelly with that story.
Musical talent passed down from her parents, a wide, dimpled smile, and a homecoming queen's crown. Mary Atkins is 4 months away from her 18th birthday.
She's sweet and she's always happy.
But 7 days ago, Mary suffered a jolting accident. After a heavy round of winter snow, Mary and her friends went sledding in nearby Bethpage.
Like, I had a bad feeling. I don't know, it's like instinct.
A premonition felt by Mary's mother, Emerlyn, that would sadly come to pass. Mary and her friends were sledding down a hill on a bedliner when they struck a fence post, Mary going unconscious.
The boyfriend said, "Come, you need to come."
Mary was med-flighted to Vanderbilt's trauma center and had emergency surgery on her spinal cord. She broke the C5 bone in her neck.
I was praying and I was like talking to God, you know.
All of this just 7 months after Mary's father had passed, leaving Emerlyn a single mother and her 2 children without a dad.
It's like, how much could I handle? More handle, you know?
Emerlyn's oldest daughter must now navigate a future left undetermined by doctors, but Mary continues to keep her remarkable smile every day in the hospital.
And even the nurses said, I can't believe her.
Mary was willing to talk to us on the phone. 3 days in, she's regaining sensation in her limbs.
I can feel some in my legs and my toes. I can move my arms.
Mary and her mother thanking their connection with God.
And prayers are working, and I'm gonna keep my faith.
And Mary's evident strength within.
What a story.
It really is. Mary and her family are grateful for all the support they've received so far, especially from the community there in Westmoreland.
Yeah, and friends have set up that GoFundMe, which I mentioned just a moment ago. The hope is to be able to send Mary to Atlanta for rehab. If you'd like to help that family, we've got the link set up right now at fox17.com.
And here we are, quick check of the 3 big bullet points we'll look at going into next half hour to work into the brand new week. No big weather makers are ahead of us. A couple of flurries out there right now. Mornings are all going to be in the 30s, and there could be a few more flakes by the middle of the week. Watch out for the potholes as you're hitting the road. This is going to be a week where there's not a whole lot of extra weather to add to any of the issues you've had so far this month. But that being said, much colder and much gloomier than you might want. We'll find the next stretch of sunshine as well going into our 7:30 half hour.
All right, steer clear traffic this morning from Clarksville to downtown, 69 minutes because of a big slowdown very close to exit 11. We'll tell you more about that, plus hauling glass and more. How much local high school students were able to pull from Percy Priest Lake.
That's a haul.
Ooh, a big haul at that.
Wow.
We'll be right back.
Look at all those tires.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Waking up, and here we go, the sun trying to peek out, but a fairly gloomy morning here. We had a couple of snow flurries that were out there. We have one more chance for some snowflakes later on this week coming up in your Code Red forecast.
Steer clear traffic takes us to I-40, close to the airport exit. We have a crash. It's shutting down one lane. We're going to tell you the best way to deal with this.
A very good Monday morning to you. Thanks for starting your day with us here on Fox 17 News This Morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
I'm Erica Glover. Fox 17 News, your only local news source from 7 to 9. So thank you so much for waking up with us.
Let's get you updated on some local headlines. We have parts of the mid-state just now really returning to normal after the winter storms we had. An update this morning on the water restrictions on the businesses and homes in Mount Pleasant.
City leaders say water levels have stabilized. That's a good update. But now they are allowing businesses to go ahead and return to normal after water issues caused them to temporarily close. Listen though, people in Mount Pleasant, they were asked to go ahead and conserve water because of levels in the city's storage tanks that were low. The city though is still looking for possible leaks caused by that recent freeze. They say they expect repairs to go ahead and continue into this week.
All right, and hey, this is quite the story from one of our other local communities. We have 5 mid-state high school fishing teams. Let's pause right here, because if you didn't realize it, yes, we have high schools with fishing teams that compete as their sport, and they all combined forces this weekend to help the environment.
I wish they would have had this at my high school.
Me too.
Yeah, they teamed up with a local business to go ahead and haul away more than 33,000 pounds of trash from the banks of Percy Priest Lake.
And listen, they get after it on the lakes here too, both fishing and in their cleanup efforts. So take a look at the haul here.
Wow.
Furniture. Look at all the tires we're going to show you here in a moment. We've got some aerial pictures that are going to show you. We had folks that went out and cleared out almost 25,000 pounds of garbage. We had the top 2 teams pulling in not just, the big mouth bass, but the big trash hauls being Music City Bass and Mount Juliet Fishing. Again, that almost 25,000 pounds of garbage between them.
Goodness, similar cleanups are on the calendar next month at Old Hickory and Timms Ford Lake. Kudos to all of y'all doing some hard work out there, and our Fox 17 News drone video capturing all the trash.
And there's that one dumpster. Look at that dumpster full of tires.
All those tires. Could I ask a question? How does furniture end up in the lake?
People just do ridiculous things when they feel like they don't have anywhere to take their trash.
All right. We're gonna
the lake is not the place for it.
No.
I will tell you, that amount of trash, 25,000 pounds, is like 3 elephants worth of trash. An elephant weighs.
Great perspective.
Yeah, It's all about the little, that's incredible what they were able to do. Taking a look here, what are we watching? Clouds that are definitely in control right now. We're going to keep it cool. Temperatures are in the 30s every morning this week. There's no escaping that. Every morning going to be much cooler than last week was when it comes to the up and out the door forecast. Small rain chances. A few light flurries have been out there. They've been on and off throughout the morning. The fire up and then fizzle down variety. But we've seen them north, south, east, and west of the downtown area. Not much of an impact, and there's not going to be one, so that's at least good news. We're back to winter clothes. Do not leave the house without the winter coat the next few days. Taking a look here, sunny later this week, but not so much here for today. Taking a look at Doppler, here's what I mean by pop up and die down. This is the last 3 hours. Speck of blue, then it's gone. A speck of blue, then it's gone. That's how we've been, and that's how it's going to be the next hour. And then things will die down, getting ourselves into the afternoon. What does it mean 7-day forecast-wise? No red boxes, no code red days. 45 later this afternoon, 55 tomorrow. We'll talk about that 20% chance for a few showers and maybe even a few more flurries for tomorrow when we look at future track in a few minutes.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get a good look here at I-40 at Briley Parkway as you make that drive in. Actually out of town towards the airport is where this crash is, and it is clogging things up here in the outside lane, not causing big problems, just something to watch out for as you make that drive towards the airport, that exit for the airport right up there. Remember, you can always try to take Lebanon Pike or Elm Hill Pike for anything that troubles you here on I-40. It goes a lot of the same locations. Let's take a look at those drive times out there, and one in particular is troublesome, and that is coming down from Clarksville. 68 minutes right now. We've got a crash here at exit 11, MLK Junior Parkway, that has caused some big slowdowns coming down from that area. You can take Clarksville Highway is a good way to steer clear. 69 minutes. The time starting to come down out of Murfreesboro this morning. 37 minutes in from Hendersonville.
We have an update this Monday morning as a popular East Nashville bar and restaurant is now dealing with the aftermath of a fire over the weekend.
Yeah, what a big impact here for East Nashville. And the doors obviously closed this morning as a result, and so many families impacted because they don't have a place to go to work. Fox 17 News reporter Peyton Muse joining us live right now outside of the bar there in East Nashville.
Good morning, Jen and Erica. So I'm outside of Rosemary and Beauty Queen, the bar in East Nashville. We're towards the backside, and the backside is what Nashville Fire Department says caught fire over the weekend. A lot of heavy smoke and a lot of heavy fire. Now you can see that they've started the repair. Restaurant.
This really is a lifelong dream of mine to be standing at this podium in front of everybody here.
Well, in case you missed it, Wednesday the Titans officially announcing that Brian Callahan would be the 20th head coach in franchise history. And the very next morning, the team went ahead and flew him and his family right out here to Music City. Look at this video.
Yeah, Callahan introduced in a news conference at St. Thomas Sports Park, marking the official start of the new era for the Two-Tone Blues. So let's listen in on what the new coach has had to say.
To be a head coach at the highest level, to be this franchise's head coach is a great responsibility and an incredible honor.
Alrighty, so Callahan wrapping up his 14th season coaching in the NFL. Last year, spent the last 5 seasons as the offensive coordinator for the Bengals.
Yeah, so Callahan has also been known for coaching several successful quarterbacks in the league, including Peyton Manning, you heard of him? Yeah. Matthew Stafford, and then Joe Burrow. He says he has learned something from each and every single one of them and does believe that experience will help him develop Titans' young quarterback, Will Levis.
What about some other question marks for the team, though? For example, Derrick Henry. He's got work to do. We'll be there at St. Thomas Sports Park all week long, working to keep you ahead of the story and let you know what's on tap next.
For sure. Coming up, the Predators took on the Oilers Saturday, how it all went down, and what's next as the Preds move forward.
Want to say good morning to you. A couple different live looks here to get your Monday started. I know it's a little dreary. This is going to be one of those days where you just got to keep that sunshine in your pocket. We've got our Code Red meteorologist Greg Bobas coming up in moments, tracking temperatures across the mid-state.
At 7:40, we have some breaking news updates, including how the TBI says Hamilton County deputies shot and killed a man suspected of kidnapping a child and assaulting an officer. Very serious. The TBI says a car chase began over in Georgia. deputies joined the chase in Tennessee and then stopped the man with car spike strips, okay? The man, identified as 31-year-old Tyler Roberts, reportedly shot at police and they then fired back, hitting and killing him. The child, though, was safely removed from the car, but 2 Hamilton County deputies were hurt and taken to the hospital. The TBI is investigating how all of this really unfolded, and of course, we'll keep you posted as soon as we get some more updates.
All right, coming up on 741, the Nashville Predators are in a pretty good spot right now as they approach the All-Star break. They're sitting in 4th place in the National Hockey League Central Division. They had a very solid first month of the year, but nothing like the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, they've been on a streak for sure. So the Oilers riding a 15-game winning streak coming into their matchup against the Preds over the weekend, and they kept it rolling, unfortunately. They scored 1 goal in each period before the Preds could even reply. Midway through the third with a goal from Colton Sissons, but the Oilers get an empty net goal. They make it 4-1, and they would go on to win. Up next for the Preds, they play the Ottawa Senators on the road tonight at 6 o'clock.
They'll be home Wednesday to take on the Kings. Moving on to basketball, was not a good weekend for the women's basketball teams across the mid-state and beyond. Vanderbilt off to a great season, their best in 17 years, but the Doors, well, they ran into a brick wall yesterday with South Carolina. By the way, no shame in losing to them. They're only the #1 team in the country. So the Commodores lose to them, as you can see, 91-74.
All right, let's take a look here. Lady Vols had their second loss in the SEC of the season, losing to Ole Miss. It was pretty close, 80-75, the final here. Lady Vols now dropped to 5-2 in conference play. The Doors dropped to 4-3.
Time right now, 7:42. Look at your forecast here. Waking up to not much to worry about, but there were a few flurries, and there still are a few more that are going to be sprinkling the radar here over the next hour, but nothing really sticking. Not a problem here in the forecast, and this is looking pretty good. Most of our next 7 days, not a whole lot to worry about when it comes to rain or snow, but we're just going to keep it a little bit colder. Temperatures right now, right side of your screen, they're in the 30s. They're going to be in the 30s every day this week. So even though minimal rain chance is a little bit gloomy with the cold and the cloud cover right now, this afternoon, we're going to try. It's not a guarantee. We're going to try to break up some of the cloud cover and bring in some sunshine for the second half of the afternoon toward the evening. Overnight tonight, relatively clear, which will make it cold, but then the clouds pick back up going into tomorrow. So, yeah, the cloud-free hours will be when most of us are asleep, unfortunately. A few flakes are possible late tomorrow into very early Wednesday in the Cumberland Plateau, and we even could get a real quick push of an isolated shower or two tomorrow, but a little bit warmer also. Watch out for potholes when you're out there, and just know that no big weather makers are ahead. We're still reeling from everything we had to deal with the last 3 weeks, the cold, the potholes, the water that is still trying to drain into some places. So just be mindful here this week, but at least nothing big. No code red days for the next 7 days.
All right, everyone, clear traffic for you this morning. We are dealing with a clearing situation on I-40 at Broadley Parkway. We were dealing with that crash out there a short time ago. There, as you approach the airport, looks like things are in the clearing stages, though, and should not be with us for much longer. We are dealing with a bit of a backup coming down from I-65 near Dickerson Pike. Look at that there, a very slow roll as you get towards the I-24-65 junction, eventually Trinity Lane. You want to try to take Dickerson Pike if you can. If you want to ride that outside lane, listen, it goes to Clarksville. So if you're thinking you're just going to skate around, I mean, you can try it, but just know ultimately that road will take you to I-24 going west towards Clarksville. If that's not your goal, you may want to try not to ride that lane.
Here on a Monday morning, we're talking miraculous results. How about that for some positivity to start your week? How could any therapy cover such a broad range of conditions? Fox 17 News' Dennis Ferrier with the answers next.
Fox 17 News at 9.
Good morning. 7:46 is your time. When people with serious medical conditions start talking about miraculous improvements, it really gets your attention, right? I mean, that is just something that gives encouragement, right, to a lot of people.
A stem cell therapy practice in Franklin is getting those kind of reviews. Fox 17 News' Dennis Ferrier is in the studio with this story and this morning's Ferrier Files.
Mark Lewis plays the cello in a Savannah, Tennessee living room. He's good. He's gifted. But for Mr. Lewis, the real gift is that he can even sit and play this instrument. You need to understand, just 14 months ago, he was in agony.
I was having trouble just walking. I would feel pain in my lower back. I'd have shooting pain down my leg, sort of a limited paralysis. And I'd have trouble getting in my truck. It was painful to walk upstairs. Some days I'd have to crawl up the stairs in my house.
That pain brought him to the Kellum Stem Cell Institute in Franklin, a place where he could receive cutting-edge stem cell therapy. Dr. Kellum is a traditionally trained orthopedic surgeon, but his calling is stem cell therapy.
And so stem cells, what it does is it helps to change the inflammation. If your immune system is up, it'll bring it down. If it's down, it'll bring it up. As we get older, our cells just don't want to work well. They become inefficient. So a stem cell will go in there to that cell and say, hey buddy, wake up. Let's go, do your thing. And then so it acts properly.
Mark Lewis's lumbar 4 disc was jamming into his spinal column. He was told he needed serious back surgery or he could lose bowel and urinary control. He was told it would take 6 months to recover, and he would have a life-changing loss of flexibility. We say this as you see him clearly functioning with no back pain.
I'm really active, and to have somebody say, yes, so you're going to be disfigured now, is like, oh, and then to be able to experience the chronic degradation of my lifestyle, and then to have it within a few weeks just like turned around, and to wake up and go, I slept. It was... yeah, there's nothing like that.
The therapy generally involves taking stem cells out of your hip and mixing it with your blood parts to create a potent stem cell cocktail. It is then injected or IV'd back into you.
We like to talk about how it can help autism to arthritis, is what we say around here. So all things musculoskeletal, any chronic disease, we're talking heart, lung, neuro things, it can help so much out there because all of it's about inflammation, right?
Mark Lewis wanted to see in black and white what stem cell therapy had done for him, so he got another MRI of his back. You don't have to be a radiologist to see the difference.
That disc almost looks normal. It's not perfect, but almost looks normal. And you just now have not only the subjective proof of how he feels and what he's doing, but you also have the objective truth of seeing that disc and how it looks so much better.
It's not magic, but it's magical.
I was so impressed with what I saw at the Kellum Stem Cell Institute, I've decided to try it myself. I have 2 bad knees from a lifetime of hiking. I have a torn bicep from weightlifting. I've lost feeling in my left arm and my left leg from my stroke, and I have numbness in my chest from my quadruple bypass. So let's see what stem cells can do with this mess. I received multiple shots in my knees and my bicep. They are spinning the rest of my stem cells into millions for a stem cell IV for my heart and stroke. I'm hoping for a Mark Lewis miracle. That's what I want to do. I want to jump out of the back of a truck.
We're praying for the same thing.
I'm so excited for you to see what happens.
Yeah, and it's so amazing because you think about the athletes that, Kobe Bryant did it with his knees, Tiger Woods did it, Peyton Manning, and they all had to leave the country and go to Honduras or whatever. And, Mel Gibson just did it. They actually even inject them in your face and it makes wrinkles and scars disappear. So it's a pretty, it's almost hard to believe
What's
that
the
all
timeline?
you can do. I did that January 4th, so I'm not, you wait 5 to 8 weeks, plus I'm having the IV next month. So I'm just gonna wait till I do it all, let some time pass, and then update to tell you how I feel.
And then you'll run a marathon with me.
I'm going to jump out of the pickup truck.
Well, I think we're all, I know we are, but also our viewers, you at home, are invested in Dennis's story. We've been following along on social media with you, so I can't wait to hear what your results are.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Thanks, Dennis. Superman.
That is
he's
so
he's our
interesting.
Iron Man.
There you go. Here's our weatherman. Good morning.
Not so Iron Man on this end of the camera right now, that's for sure, compared to Dennis. Taking a look here. A couple of light little snow flurries have been there on and off throughout this morning, but we will continue to see this action die down throughout the rest of this morning. We just happen to be saturated enough when it comes to how much water's in the atmosphere to kick off a few flurries and a few drizzly spots that will linger, but that's it. The afternoon dry, might even see a little bit of sunshine, but zooming it in here, not even trackable this morning. It was just pop up, die down the entire morning in almost the exact same spots. So that's where we've been. Here's where we go. We keep things cool. This morning, right side of your screen, temperatures are in the 30s. All clear when it comes to code red for the entire week. This is the first full calendar week of the entire new year when we have not had a code red day. That has been a red box and red lights behind us here in the studio. That's not going to be the case for all of this week. Taking a look, just have to watch what's leaving us here. Our last weather maker is now moving its way toward the east. Still a little gloomy, and cloud cover definitely does win over the forecast for today, tomorrow, and your Wednesday. Thursday into Friday. Next good chance to work into some sunshine. Nearly unlimited sunshine on Thursday and on Friday. Cold mornings, once you get past those are the best 2 days in the 7-day forecast. Middle to upper 50s on Thursday and on Friday.
Steer clear traffic out there for you. Let's get you to Rutherford County. This is going to be I-24 Waldron Road. Making that drive in, you can see for yourself, traffic is extremely slow, like I knew it would be here, especially here at the ramp where people are trying to jump on from the Laverne area, getting towards eventually Antioch and into downtown Nashville. A little bit slow as traffic is backing up here towards Smyrna at this point. You could try to use Highway 41, Old Nashville Highway is the best way to steer clear, but just keep in mind, it's going to be slow no matter how you cut it this morning. Here's the drive coming in from Bellevue. This is going to be I-40 near Old Hickory Boulevard, exit 199. Coming in from Bellevue this morning, as you can see, traffic a little bit slow there. But a big part of this is just some of that rain, that light rain falling, which is causing people to keep their headlights on. That is good. Keep those headlights on in low visibility conditions like this. So far, though, no major crashes coming in from that west side this morning. We'll continue to watch things.
Justin, thank you. Hey, who could use a few bucks? Maybe, I don't know, maybe an extra 100? How about 5,000? Oh. We have a trivia contest going right now here on Fox 17. Only on the morning show, we're going to tell you how you can get involved in minutes.
That could buy me a lot of diapers.
And we can't
Not
get
for
it.
me.
We can't.
So you got hit by a drunk driver.
I did.
7:57 is the time. Want to let you know that you can score with the big game trivia. So grab your phone and scan this QR code right here on the screen for your chance to win a $100 Visa gift card.
I would venture to guess that the odds of winning this are better than winning $100 on the lottery. You know, like a scratch-off ticket or something. So all you have to do is put your football knowledge to the test, and you can win that $100 prepaid debit card and be entered to win the $5,000 weekly grand prize. So we wish you all the best of luck. You get $5,000. What's the first thing you do?
You share it with your friends. Me, Jen,
Sharing
Greg,
is caring.
Justin. Just saying.
I just apologize to anyone who has to deal with this, and then I go sit in a corner somewhere and enjoy my $5,000.
Oh, but it's so pretty, Greg.
It is pretty. No, and these are what Jen so artistically calls the no worry flurries. Well, we had them overnight. You could look at them, you could check them out. This is from Robertson County, and we didn't have much to worry about here. When it came to anything sticking, everything looked really good. Taking a look, how do you connect? How do you send your photos to us? You can go to fox17.com and use the little chime in tab at the top, or any of us on social media. If you have a good photo, a good video that you think that we'd like to show everyone else so you know what we're getting into to start any day when you wake up with us, you can always go to Facebook, you can always go to twitter.com, or always go to Instagram as well. As far as the weekend goes, never too soon to start looking ahead. Today, 45 degrees, mostly cloudy, a few flashes of sun later on in the afternoon. But for the weekend itself, start making your plans now. If you have a day you want to pick of the two, Saturday looks a little bit better, a little sunnier, and a little bit warmer in the low 50s.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Something new to show you coming in from Hermitage. This is going to be I-40 right here at the Old Hickory Boulevard exit for Hermitage around Central Pike, really. Also, watch out here. Metro Police on the scene as they've shut down one lane here because of a crash. TDOT is also there. So just heads up here. No detour really for this. Just letting you know you're going to need an extra 10 to 15 minutes to navigate some of that going on if you're making your way into Hermitage. towards the Summit Medical Center over there in that particular area. That's where this particular crash is. Also, continue to watch that slowdown from the west side. This is I-40 at 46th Avenue. We do have a crash back towards McCrory Lane, a few miles back from here. If you're coming in from Bellevue, you may want to take Charlotte or Highway 70 is the best way to steer clear.
Trending now over on Fox17.com. I always like to see what stories are getting your attention, and it does include this, well, stinky situation. I'm going to just let you read what's on the screen.
What's wrong, Erica?
Well,
you don't want to read the headline?
A passenger that was passing gas.
Oh, she did it.
Yes, allegedly it was so foul that they had to go ahead and turn the plane around.
So it wasn't a stinky diaper or anything like that.
No, I can understand. Sometimes it gets stinky.
Listen, we can relate. All right, well, before we dive into that one any deeper, we're just going to remind you can read it all for yourself at fox17.com. And stick with us. Our 8 o'clock hour starts right now.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
New this Monday morning, it has been a long road to healing and recovery for Covenant School students and parents. Now attorneys in the Covenant School shooters writing case, they're going to be heading back to court today. We're going to have an update on the ongoing debate on whether to release the shooters' writings.
Taking a look this morning here at a forecast, we had a few flurries this morning. We're not done this week. There's one more chance we can see a few snowflakes. Snowflakes flying. I'll track them for you in your forecast.
I-40 at Central Pike as you make that drive in from the Hermitage area. I'm going to tell you the best ways to deal with this for your morning drive.
All right, Greg, keep those snowflakes away. We do want to thank you, though, for waking up with us on a Monday morning for Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. We're glad to be your live local news source, always here for you through 9 a.m. Our top story this hour, it has been a 9-month-long battle over whether the Covenant shooters' writings will be released.
Several organizations filed a lawsuit last April, and now a hearing is going to happen later this morning.
Fox 17 News reporter Amanda Chin has been covering this lawsuit since we first learned about it. She's joining us live here in studio with the latest.
Good morning, Erica and Jen. Well, it's a debate that those in support of the release feel very strongly about, but the same can be said for those who are against this. Now, after several months of pause, the judge will resume hearing from both sides this morning. Now, this comes after the National Police Association, the Tennessee Firearms Association, the Tennessean, and the Tennessee Star filed a lawsuit calling for the release of the Covenant shooters' writings. But the lawsuit has come with its fair share of challenges. The judge will allow the Covenant parents, school, and church to intervene in this case and state why they are very much against the release of these materials. But the petitioners appealed that decision, where ultimately the Tennessee Court of Appeals sided with the Covenant parents.
Now, Amanda, you're going to be covering this story throughout the day, heading out later this morning. What else are you expecting in that courtroom?
Yeah, so I spoke with the attorneys over the phone last week, the petitioners filing the case, and they are also filing a motion for all of a list of the documents the judge reviewed to be made public. Right now, only attorneys are able to see that. And all we know right now is that the judge actually had to go to Metro Police headquarters to view the documents because there were so many. There are hundreds of documents out there right now.
And so that would get to the heart of what even exists at this point, much less what's inside of what exists.
Exactly. So right now they're really calling for a list, and of course they want it to be made public about what's actually in them, but they're taking one step at a time here.
Gotcha. All right, Amanda Chin, thank you so much for joining us this Monday morning. More updates to come on Fox17.com for sure.
Yes.
Right now, another headline here to kick off our 8 o'clock hour, and just an awful story coming out of Lincoln County, where this morning we have learned about a car crash that has claimed the life of a teenage driver. According to THP, that's Tennessee Highway Patrol, that crash happened around 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon near Rambo Road, and the 16-year-old driver, Hannah Allen, died when she lost control of that car after hitting a wall.
Just a sad story here. She is now being remembered by her peers. Huntland School making a post saying, quote, "Her sweet spirit is going to be deeply missed by everyone around campus. Our thoughts and prayers are with her family." We are also learning here on Fox 17 News that a 13-year-old passenger is recovering from injuries. We're working to get some more updates about that particular victim later this morning.
And it's always our goal to keep you in the know. We do that every weekday morning from 4 until 9 a.m. And then we can also send you an email every weekday morning straight to your inbox with all of the morning's headlines. So if you'd like to kind of go over it that way, or maybe just to have as a backup, you can sign up for our daily newsletter right now at fox17.com.
At 8:04, we do want to check in, though, to get that Monday morning forecast. Folks are heading off to school and work, and, they might be seeing some flurries.
Couple flurries out there. Yeah, this is not one of those big events where we say, okay, the snow is just starting to come down. Here's how much we'll see. Here's the big impact. No, this was just kind of curb appeal snow. You can look out your window, check it out, and then it's gone. That's how we're starting off this morning. Cloudy, but mainly calm. Everything here is going to be flurry variety that sticks around, keeping the arrow over the all clear when it comes to code red. Taking a look at top of the radar, look at pop up, fizzle out, pop up, fizzle out. That's what the last 3 hours have been. That's how we'll continue to be until we eventually exhaust enough moisture from the atmosphere to go, okay, we're done. And that'll be this afternoon. And then we'll have a couple of even sunny periods here that we could work through later on today. But for right now, if you do see a couple of snowflakes, do not worry about them. Just know you have to be bundled up. It's cold. It's the coldest morning we've had on a weekday since 2 weeks ago. So that's where we're at right now. Temperatures right side of your screen are in the 30s. The big picture, nothing moving in our direction. What does this brown thing mean? It's called a dry line. What that means is it's moving dry air into the area. So after tomorrow, we will have drier times ahead for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And even tomorrow's chance for a shower is very, very minimal. Our coffee cast this morning keeps us in the 30s. We had a sunrise of 6:50. The sun will set for us later on this evening at 5:10. Coming up in 5 minutes, the next Check Your Code Red forecast, we will track any potential rain for tomorrow and take a look ahead to your 7-day forecast. We'll start planning your weekend for you.
Still clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get to I-40 at Central Pike. Been dealing with a crash there at the exit, so heads up there as you make that drive out and about there. Keep in mind that Metro Police are there along with TDOT to make sure everyone gets over because of a crash there at the exit as you head towards places like Summit Medical Center there this morning in the Hermitage area. So the best way to steer clear, really, just want to take some extra time. It's not that big of a deal. You need to take another road. Just need to add another 10 to 15 minutes to your drive if you got to go that way. Here's 65 at Trinity Lane on the north side this morning. We've got heavy cloud cover and a little drizzle out there, so maybe want to have those lights on for a lot of people here. Low visibility so other drivers can see you as you make those maneuvers.
Justin, thank you very much. 8:06 is the time right now. The Rutherford County School Board frustrated with the State Board of Education about the third grade retention law in our state. We're going to find out who's accusing whom of having unclear standards with Justin McFarland in minutes.
It's America's Most Wanted.
8:09 is the time. In just a few weeks, third graders from across the state of Tennessee will be taking a test that could have a massive impact on their future. You see, if third graders don't pass a state reading test, they could be held back from moving on to the fourth grade. At the very least, they'll have to go to summer school, at least take the test again to see if they can pass. Now, the Rutherford County School Board is frustrated with the State Board of Education about how this whole thing has been implemented. Officials with the school board say they are having a hard time understanding exactly what's going to be on the tests in order to prepare their students. They also say even after they take the test, the results to get the test time to get the results back is way too slow and oftentimes leaves them with few choices.
What I would like to see is a different measure to measure reading. The third grade ELA TCAP is not an appropriate proxy for what they consider to be reading, a reading test. And then I would really love if they would trust our teachers and our principals to make the decisions that are best for the kids.
Well, last year alone, third graders, 17 of them, as a matter of fact, were held back in Rutherford County schools because of the third grade reading standards.
A look at your forecast here, waking up on a Monday morning to a couple of snow flurries that have been out there overnight into this morning. It's not a big deal, and most of us have seen nothing but the few little flakes that have been falling. Those will end pretty soon for us here. Staying cloudy early this week, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, fairly cloudy. Best chance for any sunshine today will be later on this afternoon. Calm pattern, though. No real big weather makers, no code red weather for us here for the next 7 days. Just chilly to start the week. Every morning going to be in the 30s to wake up to between now and the upcoming weekend. And what do I mean by not everyone is seeing what's on the radar? That's because there's not much on the radar to be seen. But the folks who are in these little pockets that kind of develop and then die down, you could see a few more flakes here throughout this morning, or a few drizzly pockets as temperatures attempt to get closer to 40 degrees. By no means a really big weather maker. And this is going to be gone by the afternoon, 45 later on today, 30 degrees overnight tonight, 55 tomorrow. We've got to talk about a brand new update to Future Track and any potential isolated rain showers for tomorrow coming up in the next check of your Code Red forecast in 5 minutes.
Still clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get a look at our latest crash. We're following on I-40 near Central Pike. Again, this is in the Hermitage area, right at the exit you would use if you were trying to get to Summit Hospital, many of you. So just add an extra few minutes. You're not seeing a huge backlog of traffic here. Just watch out for the crews on the scene with this one. All right, we've just picked up something downtown that's going to cause you some pain, and that is on I-24, the Silman Evans Bridge here. We've got a tractor trailer that is disabled, and there's no shoulder up there pretty much for this particular area as you try to make that drive towards Nissan Stadium. So this is going to cause a backup here back towards the south side of town. If you want to jump off a little earlier, you can take Hermitage Avenue in and around through downtown if you would like, and that could save you some time. Just heads up on this as we take a closer look coming up in a few.
A popular East Nashville bar suffers a difficult loss. What Rosemary and Beauty Queen plans to do next after it caught fire over the weekend?
It's been a long year.
Welcome back. 8:14 is the time. We do want to share an update this Monday as a popular East Nashville bar and restaurant, well, they're having to deal with the aftermath of a weekend fire.
We have dozens of families impacted because the folks working there now don't have anywhere to go. The doors are closed. Fox 17 News' Peyton Muse joining us live this morning just outside of that bar in East Nashville.
That's right, Jen and Erica. So we're outside of Rosemary and Beauty Queen, and we're towards the back side, and they have started repairs. I'm going to step out of the frame so you guys can take a look and just see. There was a fire here over the weekend. That's what Nashville Fire Department tells us. And this home, the owner of the restaurant and bar, I should say, is 109 years old. And the owner says he does not know how this happened. The owner of the bar is now working to recover as much of the building as he can so they can open as quickly as possible. And Nashville's Fire Department says no one was inside at the time of the fire, and also no one was thankfully hurt. Andrew Mishka is one of the owners, and he says he was shocked that this happened, but he hopes the building is salvageable.
The damage appears to be primarily, at least from what we can tell, primarily to the exterior of the building and the deck. Unfortunately, it was contained just to Rosemary here in the front. Nothing made it to Beauty Queen in the back, as far as we can tell. We'll find out more in the coming days.
No word yet on what caused the fire, and the fire department says the investigation into what caused the fire is ongoing. Rosemary and Beauty Queen also has a GoFundMe for the 40 members that work here, that this is their livelihood, to kind of help them get by within the past coming days or however long it takes to repair this. Reporting live in East Nashville, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Looking at your forecast, getting the whole new week started, flipping the calendar by the end of this week. So we're going to see a lot of changes here with the weather as well. A much calmer period than we've been used to over the last month. We've had 5 different Code Red weather events. 17 days so far this month have been Code Red for different reasons each time. Taking a look here, Future Track throughout this afternoon. A little bit of cloud cover to kick off the morning and early afternoon. Here's noon. Noon going through the rest of the day. Chance to see some sunshine sneak in toward the tail end of this one. Then here's tomorrow morning. You're going to wake up with us and there will be a few isolated showers to our north and our west. Very weak weather maker, the very southern edge of a weather maker that's moving its way well into the upper Midwest. But we will get a few of these little trickle down showers through noon. Here's noon, taking us to 6 p.m. I want to show you that most of this is going to come down as rain. However, once the sun sets and we do get a little bit colder, taking a look at the Cumberland Plateau, cannot rule out the possibility of a few isolated snow flurries or light snow showers after that rain exits for most of us. That'll be mainly overnight tomorrow night into early on Wednesday, and then everything clears out for the rest of the day. And we have a look here that's going to be pretty good here overall when it comes to your 7-day forecast. So how does this all work out when it comes to temperature? 45 degrees today, fairly overcast. We're going to be a little bit less cloudy overnight tonight. That means even colder tomorrow morning. Right side of your screen, your current temps are there. Tomorrow morning, they'll be lucky to hover right around 30 degrees. A few areas could be even colder than that. 55 degrees for your Tuesday, and then 46 degrees on Wednesday. Every day hovering in the 40s and 50s. Every night will be in the 20s and 30s.
Steer clear traffic out there for you. Let's take a good look at what we're dealing with here at I-40 near Hermitage. This is at the Old Hickory Boulevard exit as you make that drive out there near Central Pike. Police remain on the scene. So is TDOT, shutting everything off for at least one lane here until they can get a crash up ahead of it clear that we cannot see. This is very close to Summit Medical Center in that particular area. Take an extra 10 to 15 minutes. You can't get by it. It's okay. Just know that it's there. All right, we're still dealing with this, a disabled tractor trailer, and this is trouble. This is going to be very close to the Nissan Stadium exit, Shelby Avenue here, back behind it. The slowdown here, I'm going to show you that slowdown coming up in a second, but it's backing up all the way towards the south side of town. If you want to jump off at Hermitage Avenue, maybe jumping off at Fessler's and then trying to make your way into downtown from there, that could be your best bet to steer clear.
Well, plans are in the works for a concert to help raise money for Hendersonville's businesses and parks following the devastating tornadoes last month. And we also understand that Hendersonville leaders say more than 300 employees in town are out of work, and about 137 businesses have been impacted by the December 9th tornadoes. Now, the funds from the Hendersonville Rising concert could help. It's going to happen this Tuesday night, and here's what you need to know. Tickets are $55. The show is going to be at the Premier Center. That's over on Volunteer Drive at 6:30 p.m. You can get your seats at hendersonvilljam.com. Performers include Isaacs, Ronnie McDowell, Jesse Keith, Whitley, and much more. Information over at fox17.com.
At 8:20 right now, Nashville streets are looking rough after this recent bout of winter weather. You've been telling us about the worst potholes in your area. We've seen them as well. And many of you have gone from, being upset maybe about not having enough snowplows and whatnot to being downright angry about having to dodge these potholes. I have noticed so many problem zones in the Nashville area. Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell now addressing concerns about the future need for more snow plows and trying to get these potholes fixed. For the plows that they have ordered, well, they're waiting on them. 2,600 potholes in the meantime, already on the list for last year before all the new ones opened up. So they're trying to get to the potholes as well. And the colder weather has delayed some of the work. But the mayor says that crews are getting out there. They're asking you to slow down, pay more attention to the road ahead of you, and give the workers room to do those repairs out there on the roads. Now, I will say this, if you see a dangerous pothole, right, and here's what you can do. Hub Nashville, this is just for Nashville, by the way, so if you live in some of our outlying communities, Hub Nashville is not going to work for you, but Hub Nashville 311, you can download the Hub Nashville app or go to hub.nashville.gov. If you live in our outlying communities, I would say to contact your local transportation department. You can maybe even call the sheriff's department and they can direct you to the best place to try to get those potholes repaired.
8:21 is the time. Taking a live look over on Broadway, Music City in the spotlight. We're going to tell you what's fueling Nashville's post-pandemic resurgence over on Lower Broadway. Stay with us.
At Wells Fargo, direct.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. 8:24 is the time right now. Okay, some of you have seen those flurries this morning, and we were asking over on our Facebook page, how you feeling about that? If you want to sound off, you got an opportunity to do that. We've enjoyed the comments. Somebody, Yvonne Starlin said, yep, got him, much to my displeasure in Westmoreland. But look, David and Julie Brown sent us a picture.
Yeah, they say they are seeing the services like this in places like Cooktown, apparently. They've got a little bit of a winter wonder. Listen, over there towards the plateau, and I've seen this in places like where's Monterey? If you go over there, we know that it can turn from rain to snow very quickly as you climb up the plateau. There we go, Westmoreland, Tennessee, out there in Sumner County. Looks like they've got maybe a couple of flakes in the air, but nothing deep going on there.
I've seen several of you comment that McMinnville has been getting it big time. Even West Nashville, yes, in Portland, which is in Sumner County. So, hey, if y'all are seeing the flurries this morning, let us know. Head over to our Fox Nashville Facebook page, and if you've got a great shot, you can post it there as well.
That's probably the best of it here, to have the snow flurries without the snow problems.
That's right.
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah, the no worry flurries where we're not out there trying to shovel, we're not closing down school, we're not clearing off the bread and the milk from the shelves. We're not doing any of that. We're almost done, actually. Here's the current radar picture. There's not much going on compared to what there was even an hour ago. Little green and blue specks now at this point on the radar. Not even anything substantial enough to track or to even, it's so fine-tuned, the radar right now, but we're still not picking up much. So if you're getting a couple of flurries and you want to send us a few photos, please do. We love showing everything you guys see here, right here on air, for everyone else to see. And we have no windows in the studio, so we can't look outside and watch the pretty little flurries that are out there because we're right in here doing all this every morning for you all the way through 9 a.m. Taking a look at the actual forecast going forward. Right side of your screen, we're in the 30s, on our way to the middle 40s later today. We will track a little bit of a warm up and find the next sunny day. That'll be coming up in the next check of your code red forecast.
Steer clear traffic this morning. Let's get you to a problem we're having downtown Nashville at I-40, very close to the Silman Evans Bridge there. It's right on the bridge, as a matter of fact, as you approach the exit for Shelby Avenue in downtown. We've got a disabled tractor trailer as you head into town this morning, causing a bit of a backup and a delay here. Let's take a look at that delay. This is I-40 near Elm Hill Pike. As you can see, traffic very, very slow as you're coming in from the east side. This is going to cost you some time. So how can you regain that time? Taking the road either to the north or the south of that red line. To the south, that would be Murfreesboro Pike. To the north, that would be the Lebanon Pike area. You can use that. Both of those are in the green and yellow. Much better than that red on I-40.
All right, listen to this. In the economy, there's a new study that ranks Nashville #1 among America's big cities for our post-pandemic rebound, especially in downtown.
Now, the Nashville Downtown Partnership annual report shows that more than 5,000 residential units built downtown over the past 5 years with an occupancy rate of 90% or higher.
Yeah, also offering more than 1,000 free programs with more than 16,000 participants in Church Street Park. So we have seen it firsthand,
yes,
right? I think the rest of the country is now seeing just how well Nashville has rebounded post-pandemic.
Well, speaking of rebound, the lake is having a big rebound this morning after fishermen from local high school are hauling tens of thousands of pounds of trash out of the lake at Percy Priest. We're going to show you what they collected.
We're putting our foot down to keep our feet up.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Light snow flurries coming down here for us this morning in a few areas. Those are dying down as we speak, but one more chance for a few light rain showers and a few more snowflakes coming up in your code red forecast.
Steer clear traffic takes us to I-24 and I-40. A slowdown because of a disabled tractor trailer. We'll tell you the best ways to steer clear.
I do want to start, though, by thanking you for waking up with us here on a Monday morning for Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. We're glad to be your live local news source here for you through 9 a.m. And making headlines this half hour, a popular East Nashville bar burns down over the weekend. And that restaurant is now trying to figure out what to do with all of the employees who now don't have a place to go to work.
Yeah, it impacts a lot of folks here. Right now, Fox 17 News' Peyton Muse joining us live outside of where this all happened, and she's kind of taking a closer look at the damage. Good morning, Peyton.
Good morning, Erica and Jen. So we're right outside of Rosemary and Beauty Queen. We're on the side towards the back end where the fire happened over the weekend, and you can see that there they have done some repairs and the roof's still a little bit charged. We actually spoke with the landlord and he says thankfully the damage isn't as bad as what it could have been. And the owner says, luckily, this other half of the bar, so Rosemary is the front end, the back end of the bar is the beauty queen side, was left untouched. And Nashville's fire department tells us no one was inside when it happened, and also there were no injuries, but there was heavy smoke and fire coming from, again, the back side of the building, the Rosemary side of the restaurant and bar on Forest Avenue. Andrew Mishka is one of the owners. He says he was shocked to find out his bar caught fire early Saturday morning. Mishka says that they don't know how this happened, but they're hoping the building is salvageable and can open up quickly.
There are a lot of factors like where electrical, plumbing, mechanical, and things like that we'll have to find out more about and make sure everything is completely safe and secure for our patrons.
Now, the owner says that they're hoping the bar will come back even better than what it was before after the repairs, and there's no word yet on what caused the fire. Rosemary and Beauty Queen, the establishment itself, set up a GoFundMe for the 40 people who work in this bar to help them get by until this is back up and running again. And if you want to donate, head over to our website at fox17.com. We've got the link over there. Reporting live in East Nashville, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your coded station.
Peyton, thank you very much. 8:33 is the time right now, and in your community, we have 5 mid-state high school fishing teams that combined forces over the weekend for the good. They set out to help our environment.
Yeah, they teamed up with a local business to go ahead and haul, get this, more than 33,000 pounds of trash all off the banks of Percy Priest Lake. And it's really cool because we have the drone video that we're going to show you in a couple of seconds to show you. The haul included furniture, beer bottles, and hundreds of tires.
So the top 2 teams collecting all this trash would be Music City Bass and Mount Juliet Fishing with 24,875 pounds of garbage just between those 2 teams. They took out the boats and they just started hauling it in. Similar cleanups on the calendar for next month at Old Hickory Lake and Timms Ford Lake.
All right, kudos to all of them making that work. Well, some parts of the mid-state are just now returning to get back to normal after that winter storm mess. So we do have an update, though, regarding water restrictions on businesses and residents over Mount Juliet. Mount Pleasant, rather.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant. So city leaders there had said that the water levels are now stabilized, so they're allowing businesses to return to normal after water issues caused them to temporarily have to shut down some of the systems there. Folks in Mount Pleasant had been asked to conserve water because levels in their storage tanks got crucially low.
The city is still looking, though, for leaks possibly caused by that recent freeze. They also say they expect repairs to go ahead and continue into this week. Well, talking about weather, we're going to check in now with Greg Bovis.
Good morning, and let's take a look at what we have going on right now and how the rest of the week is going to shape up for us. Taking a look at an all clear when it comes to code red, so no significant weather, no significant cold. None of that this time around. What is our next weather maker? It's going to end up being a chance for a few isolated showers tomorrow, and there have been a few light snow flurries so far this morning. That will not linger into the afternoon. Those will die down, and actually our cloud cover, even though it will be in control of the forecast overall, will give us a little bit of sunshine later this afternoon. Small rain chances, sunny later this week. Thursday and Friday looking fantastic here, but we're back to winter clothes for the mornings especially, with low temperatures that are going to be in the 30s across the board. Here's a look at top of the weather the last 3 hours. We went from blues that were fairly on and off to almost nothing back on the radar. Again, the sun is up, it is calming everything down, and that's how we'll be going into the afternoon. But we did have a few reports. You sent in your pictures, a few videos here of some decent snowflakes coming down, but the all clear. But everything is also cool. Taking a look at our temperatures here in your 7-day. We'll go down to 30 degrees overnight tonight, and then we'll stay in the 30s at night every single day this week.
Steer clear traffic out there for you. Let's get you to the latest on that crash coming in from the downtown area. I-24, the Silman Evans Bridge, as you approach the exit for Shelby Avenue. Disabled tractor trailer here on the shoulder. They have shut down the lane as you make that curve towards it here, right on the outside, right at the split. This is causing a massive backup back behind it here. I would suggest taking Murfreesboro Pike, Elm Hill, or either Lebanon Pike. Those are all great ways to steer clear because the backup from this one lane here is a massive backup here on the south side and the east side. Speaking of the south side, here we go here at I-65, right at I-440. We've got a crash here that's shutting down one lane as you approach 440. If you're coming from Brentwood, Franklin, needing to go to the airport, this is going to affect you. If you need to go to 100 Oaks over there at the medical mall, this is going to affect you. That backup is going to run several miles back. You can take Franklin Pike. It's a good way to steer clear, or give yourself an extra 10, 15, 20 minutes maybe.
Thank you, Justin. Hey, the Titans' new head coach, Brian Callahan, not wasting time getting his new coaching staff in place. An update on who's reportedly out in about 2 minutes.
A hotel mix-up that cost her.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. It is 8:40. An update to a story that we first brought you in our 7:30 half hour. Fox 17 News has learned that new Titans head coach Brian Callahan apparently got to work over the weekend.
Yeah, several coaches have been let go. This is according to Titans Wire. Titans Wire is reporting that the offensive coordinator, Tim Kelly, who had just 1 year with the Titans as the offensive coordinator, has now been fired. Also, the director of football administration, John Stryker, is also no longer with the team. And there's also word that a couple of other coaches may have been let go as well as Brian Callahan brings in his new staff.
All right, we'll be monitoring those developments live from St. Thomas Sports Park, and we'll keep you updated all day long.
In the meantime, the Nashville Predators are off to a pretty good start. They're sitting in 4th place right now in the National Hockey League Central Division. They had a solid first month of the year, but nothing like the Edmonton Oilers.
Unfortunately, they were ready to rock and roll too over the weekend. Oilers riding a 15-game win streak going into this matchup against the Preds Saturday, and they did keep it going, scoring 1 goal in each period before the Preds would finally reply midway through the third with a goal from Colton Sissons. But that would be it for the Preds. The Oilers get an empty net goal. They win it 4-1. Up next for the Preds, they're going to play the Ottawa Senators on the road tonight at 6, and then they're going to come back to Bridgestone Arena for the matchup after that.
One more game at Bridgestone before the All-Star break. Let's get to Greg.
Taking a look here, we had a couple of flurries earlier today, believe it or not. Maybe you slept through it and you go, it wasn't snowing earlier, it just looks gloomy outside. Oh no, it was. We've seen some videos, we've seen some pictures. This is Robertson County earlier. And overnight, yeah, I even had some drizzle on the windshield driving in. So we had that situation that we worked into and we're working out of it as we speak. Not a big deal, not code red weather. You can always send in your photos anywhere on social media to any of us, or you can go to fox17.com. You can go to the little button at the top that says chime in. You just might see your pictures right here on air. You help us tell the story. We tell you what's going to happen. You show us what happened. That's how this works. Taking a look here at the car wash. Is your car a different color than it was 2 or 3 weeks ago just because of all the salt and the brine and the snow and the ice? You got 3 great days here. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and even Thursday and Friday. You have a great week. But the earlier you do it, the longer a good car wash is going to last you. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll look ahead to your 7-day forecast. We'll plan ahead to the upcoming weekend and find the one chance for a couple of showers and maybe a few more snowflakes by the end of the week.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get a good look here at I-24, the Silman Evans Bridge there in the heart of downtown Nashville. You can see that tractor trailer sitting on the shoulder of the road. As a result, it is causing some backup here, and that includes them shutting down one lane right at the split. That's going to cause a massive backup there into South and East Nashville. So if you got to come from anywhere, I don't care, Donaldson, Hermitage, Antioch, you're going to be late unless you add another 15 to 20 minutes to your drive because of this disabled tractor trailer. The other thing we're dealing with is a lane closure coming in from the south side of town. This is going to be I-65 right at I-440. As you approach the split there, you can try to take Franklin Pike is the best way to steer clear as you make your way towards 440. You can see all the traffic bunching up. You see that? That's a problem coming in from the south side.
Justin, thank you. Happening next, miraculous results for everything from back pain to autism. How could any therapy cover such a broad range of conditions and be successful? Well, Fox 17 News' Dennis Ferrier has the answers next. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. It's 8:46. When people with serious medical conditions start talking about miraculous improvements, it tends to get your attention.
Yes, the stem cell therapy practice in Franklin is getting those kind of reviews. Fox 17 News' Dennis Ferrier in the studio with the story in this morning's Ferrier Files. Listen.
Mark Lewis plays the cello in a Savannah, Tennessee living room. He's good. He's gifted. But for Mr. Lewis, the real gift is that he can even sit and play this instrument. You need to understand, just 14 months ago, he was in agony.
I was having trouble just walking. I would feel pain in my lower back. I'd have shooting pain down my leg, sort of a limited paralysis. And I'd have trouble getting in my truck. It was painful to walk upstairs. Some days I'd have to crawl up the stairs in my house.
That pain brought him to the Kellum Stem Cell Institute in Franklin, a place where he could receive cutting-edge stem cell therapy. Dr. Kellum is a traditionally trained orthopedic surgeon, but his calling is stem cell therapy.
And so stem cells, what it does is it helps to change the inflammation. If your immune system is up, it'll bring it down. If it's down, it'll bring it up. As we get older, our cells just don't want to work well. They become inefficient. So a stem cell will go in there to that cell and say, hey buddy, wake up. Let's go, do your thing. And then so it acts properly.
Mark Lewis's lumbar 4 disc was jamming into his spinal column. He was told he needed serious back surgery or he could lose bowel and urinary control. He was told it would take 6 months to recover and he would have a life-changing loss of flexibility. We say this as you see him clearly functioning with no back pain.
I'm really active, and to have somebody say, yeah, so you're going to be disfigured now, is like, oh, and then to be able to experience the chronic degradation of my lifestyle, and then to have it within a few weeks just like turned around, and to wake up and go, I slept. It was, yeah, there's nothing like that.
The therapy generally involves taking stem cells out of your hip and mixing it with your blood parts to create a potent stem cell cocktail. It is then injected or IV'd back into you.
We like to talk about how it can help autism to arthritis, is what we say around here. So all things musculoskeletal, any chronic disease, we're talking heart, lung, neuro things, it can help so much out there. Because all of it's about inflammation, right?
Mark Lewis wanted to see in black and white what stem cell therapy had done for him, so he got another MRI of his back. You don't have to be a radiologist to see the difference.
That disc almost looks normal. It's not perfect, but almost looks normal. And you just now have not only the subjective proof of how he feels and what he's doing, but you also have the objective truth of seeing that disc and how it looks so much better.
It's not magic, but it's magical.
I was so impressed with what I saw at the Kellum Stem Cell Institute, I've decided to try it myself. I have 2 bad knees from a lifetime of hiking. I have a torn bicep from weightlifting. I've lost feeling in my left arm and my left leg from my stroke, and I have numbness in my chest from my quadruple bypass. So let's see what stem cells can do with this mess. I received multiple shots in my knees and my bicep. They are spinning the rest of my stem cells into millions for a stem cell IV for my heart and stroke. I'm hoping for a Mark Lewis miracle. How about that? You know what you don't realize is how many people were doing this quietly and leaving the country. It's legal now because you saw they take them out of your own body. There's
Right.
nothing controversial about it. They come from you. They come from your hip, the really good ones, and then they come from your love handles. Not that either one of you have those, but I do. So they got lots out of them. And but you know, Chris Johnson, remember Chris Johnson, the Titan? You know, he had a catastrophic knee injury. He got stem cells. He played 4 years after that. Kobe Bryant's knees were falling apart. No one took better care of himself than Kobe Bryant. He left the country and did it. Peyton Manning did it when he was having the shoulder problems.
Fascinating. And now here we are right here at home in our backyard.
Yeah, it's like right here in Franklin.
Wait, real quick, can you share your timeline when we're going to get some more updates?
Yeah, I think see, because I haven't done the IV, so I'm thinking like late March, early April, I'm going to do a complete follow-up, and I'm going to include some autism as well, which I think you'll love.
Fascinating.
What it's doing for autism,
Wow.
which seems like how.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got the sky's the limit now.
Sky's the limit.
All right, Dennis, thank you. It is 8:51. We've got Greg. I think he's going to give us the weather here. We're going to make sure our microphone is ready to rock and roll. You know, okay, he's got. Can we talk to the battery manufacturers? I'm just curious. Anyways, we're going to get the battery replaced and we will chug on and just let you know the future track is looking okay. We might see just a tiny bit of sunshine today, but it's not going to be long lasting. We're going to have to wait until later in the week to really get a full dose of sunshine. But we did have a few snow flurries that moved through earlier this morning. Things are going to clear out nicely, and we've got your 7-day forecast here. Greg says, as I mentioned, it could be Thursday, maybe, I don't know, maybe Wednesday, but definitely Thursday, right, Greg, before we see the sun.
You know what? You just did a fantastic job. Thank you there. Got the batteries back.
I just try to pay attention.
We got it good to go. Compared to the last 3 weeks, enjoy this one. It will be cold in the morning, but no significant, really big pushes of weather that we have to deal with here in the next 7 days.
Steer clear traffic out here. Let's get you the very latest going on with this particular situation happening with a disabled tractor trailer on I-24 as you approach Shelby Avenue here. That tractor trailer blocking off traffic as you make your way into the city, and it's causing a very slow go back behind it. Let's take a look at that. This is going to be I-24 to I-65 split. This area goes to 2nd and 4th Avenue. This area goes up and around towards Nissan Stadium, and that's where the backup is back behind it. So heads up on that. You want to take areas like Murfreesboro Road or perhaps Lebanon Pike is going to be your best bet to steer clear of the backup, and there is one. Here is another situation where we're going to see a backup 65 as you make your way towards 440 here, right at the exit. You would take this. It says Knoxville, but for those of you driving locally here, what it really means is Nashville International Airport. If you were driving in from Franklin and Brentwood trying to get to B&A, you would take this exit. Just know you're going to need some extra time.
After 6 innocent lives were taken in the Covenant School mass shooting last year, the debate continues on releasing the shooter's writings. We're going to have a recap of this morning's top stories after the break.
Looking to sell your home fast?
Here's a recap of our top stories this Monday morning. We're following this Monday how it's been a long road to healing and recovery for the Covenant School students and parents. Now attorneys in the Covenant School shooter's writing case, well, they're going to be heading back to court this morning.
Yeah, all of this comes after the National Police Association, the Tennessee Firearms Association, the Tennessean, and the Tennessee Star all filed lawsuits calling for the release of the Covenant shooter's writings. Fox 17 News' Amanda Chin will be inside the courtroom today. We'll keep you posted on air and online at fox17.com.
And more updates to an overnight situation involving how the TBI says that deputies shot and killed a man suspected of kidnapping a child and assaulting an officer. TBI says a car chase that began in Georgia involved deputies eventually joining in that chase in Tennessee and then stopping the man's car with a spike strip. That man then identified as 31-year-old Tyler Roberts. Reportedly, he shot at police. They fired back, hitting and killing him.
The child, by the way, safely removed from that situation, but 2 Hamilton County deputies did get hurt. They did go to the hospital. The TBI currently investigating what all happened here. By the way, this is not the only shooting involving officers in Tennessee from overnight. Another one that happened in Jamestown, Tennessee, which is in Fentress County. We'll be keeping you updated all day on both of those.
We're going to check in now with our program meteorologist, though, regarding our forecast.
Yeah, taking a look here at the flurry action from this morning dying down, and that's done for the rest of today. Once we get toward the afternoon, could even see a little bit of sunshine poke out through the clouds. Not going to be a lot of it, but a little bit. The next really good sunny day is going to be on Thursday into Friday, and tomorrow the only other chance this week for a passing shower.
All right, take a little bit of sunshine.
Today's America's Steals and Deals right now. We'll see you tomorrow.